Home Depot.
Oh, Home Depot is the winner of what got yelled first when we started stream. Oh, happy Home Depot, everybody. No, happy Tuesday, everybody.
Hey.
It's
Well, I thought it was Wednesday.
Well, we play D&D on Tuesday, and we have for years. Happy. It does kind of have a Wednesday vibe today, doesn't it?
It does feel
does.
very Wednesday.
It has a Wednesday vibe.
Happy
It is
Wednesday.
Wednesday, my dudes.
It is.
There's a big storm outside and children screaming. So
Good. All right.
Best
Great.
kind.
All right. Well, the setting is already laid out.
Yeah. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? Let's
Screaming,
engage
screaming,
all of
and
those
screaming.
senses. Let's engage our sponsors as they have sponsored us. Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle! ! Little Dragon! Cardboard Castle! CCG in chat. You can get a link to either of those websites. If you use our code bonus at checkout with Little Dragon, you can get 15% off of your order. Thank you to both of those sponsors. We'll hear a little bit more about them later in the show, if I remember. You might be noticing, viewers at home, players who have been in a mild coma for the last 20 minutes. I've been in chat before we started this. This is not our usual Tuesday Fool's Errand crew. This is a bit of both. A splash of this, a splash of that. We've got a little bit of a different thing today. We have a special sort of episode. So with that in mind, no recap. Y'all are both in the city doing separate stuff. We're not going to worry about that. This situation takes place at some point during the time that you guys have both been in the city. The two parties have met. The Fool's Errant and the Grimm's Folly have crossed paths. The meeting with the Council of Eight has occurred, so you guys do know each other. Other than that, I'm just kind of glossing over time frame. It is sometime. You are in Terra Libra. Where I am going to... Oh, well, Oz found 5 gold already.
Yep. Immediately.
Where I'm going to start is with the lovely ladies of the Pirates crew, the Don't Try Us gals, as it were. Y'all, let's say it is... It's probably like late afternoon right now. You guys are just doing stuff in the city generally, or you're before your time to leave. Phyxis and the captain are off somewhere doing something. We'll leave that open-ended. Maybe Russell and Michael can tell us what they did during this episode next week.
Every time we leave them alone together, girls, I'm not sure about this. We have a habit of letting them do it.
But that was like a trip. This is just like an afternoon.
But we're actively choosing to let them go by themselves.
Okay. We cannot confirm or deny that they might be kissing during all of this.
I knew it. I knew it.
Is that the secrets?
But you guys, what are you guys doing? Three of you in this late afternoon. Where do we find you in Terra Libra? Like, what are y'all up to? Just sort of improv. I need a location. Where are we?
Near the water.
Near the water. You guys are near the water.
There's there's a bare knuckle boxing match happening near the water.
No, we found a pigeon fighting ring, and we're watching the pigeons fight.
You are watching pigeon fighting, which seems.
Sure.
I'm not.
They fight over a piece of bread, like they have bread.
Bare knuckle fighting to pigeon
okay. I thought
fighting.
this was like
fun.
People had trained pigeons and they were fighting. In which case, I was gonna say it was a pigeon boxing ring.
You have made this choice of themselves that they are fighting over a piece of bread. The pigeons.
Gotcha. Okay. So you guys are watching pigeons fight. You're near the water. You just kind of were like strolling around the city. You're on one of its many lovely vistas, looking over some water, watching some pigeons fight over a piece of bread. When somebody comes up to you and kind of like calls out to you from a little ways away from down the street as they kind of trot over, somebody you recognize. It is Gregory, the shipwrecked sailor that you guys picked up on the high seas some time back that traveled with you for a while and told you that he kind of felt like he was maybe done with high seas adventures for a while and wanted to go back to land, so he rejoined you here. He's been in the city since you guys kind of have been here, just doing whatever. He kind of went off and bid you guys adieu and has been elsewhere. But he seems to have tracked you down as he comes running up to you, and he says, "Well, good evening, madams. I hope I don't find you too indisposed. I was actually hoping I might run into some of you. A bit of a matter I'd like to discuss if you'd be amenable."
Yeah, what's up?
He says, "This is well, I don't know exactly how to put this, but I need you to follow me tonight."
Are you in trouble?
He says, "I'm not sure."
Whose ass do we need to kick?
He says, I don't know, up to including maybe my own ass. I'm not sure.
I mean, if that's what you're into.
He's like, hang on, let me go back. I've been sleepwalking since we came to the city. I got myself a room at an inn in Midtown to stay here for a few days before I planned what my next move was. And it happened the first night I was here. I didn't think much of it. I woke up in the morning and I was I'd gone as far as down the hall and down the stairs and to the first floor of the inn. I never sleepwalked before in my life, but I certainly thought it was strange, but not much more than that. But it's been getting more and more severe as the nights go on. And I've tried tying my leg to the bedpost. I've tried locking myself in the room and hiding the key. Anything I've tried, every night I go to bed and I wake up in the morning and I've gotten up and gone somewhere progressively further away from the inn where I've been staying. Last night I woke up near clear on the other side of the district. And, frankly, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on, but I'm beginning to suspect something unnatural is at play.
Do you wake up with like any injuries or like is there any like reoccurring items or places? I know you go farther and farther, but
he says it's always in the same direction. I always head east, and as far as I can tell, I think I follow the same route every night, but progressively further and further across the district. I've not been hurt in any way, what I can see. I've never woken up with, carrying anything or having taken anything. I simply, as far as I can tell, I get up out of my bed in the night and I walk and I'm heading somewhere. And every night, it seems like perhaps I'll get a little bit closer, or maybe I'm walking nowhere and I'm just going. But I'm not sure what's happening.
I mind link with Rowan. Do you think this sounds kind of like cursey, magical, bullshitty stuff?
In the mind link, I'll respond saying, maybe it could just be trauma from the shipwreck, and maybe he's walking a way that he used to always walk. I mean, he was a guard. Maybe he always used to walk like the eastern side of the city he used to guard, or we don't know. It could just be a trauma response. But we're definitely gonna watch him tonight.
Okay, Gregory, that definitely sounds weird. I guess you don't want to like go to a healer and try and get like a sleep medicine to keep you like super sleepy, or do you want to figure out where you're trying to go and us follow you as far as we can.
He says, well, I'm really not sure. I feel like I'm going somewhere. I don't know where it is, and I don't know. I'm thinking that perhaps.
So you will sleep better when wherever you are trying to go is discovered, and whatever is happening there is addressed.
He says, perhaps, maybe just. I don't know. I'm just sort of hoping that somebody observing me and maybe learning a little bit more might help get to the bottom of this. He says, all I know is I feel like I'm heading somewhere when I wake up, though I can't remember where it is, and...
The feeling's gone when you wake up? You don't feel like you need to go anywhere in particular?
You know when you wake up dreaming for them first, like, few seconds, you're so sure you know what the dream was about and you know what you were doing in the dream, but then, like, as you try to think about it, it drifts away and you can't think of it anymore.
I don't dream, so no, I don't know what that feeling's like.
Alright, bad example.
I hear it's really cool. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous that you guys get to have, like, all these cool dreams and, like, have a different world, but, like, yeah, no, I don't.
You shouldn't be too jealous, because dreams can also be nightmares and
I
everything.
know they can be nightmares, but, like, if it's anything like the visions I had before, like, they're pretty cool.
This is the only thing that I'll remember from when I'm asleep every night. It's the same sort of thing each night. It varies a little bit, but the theme seems to be the same. I'm either running down sort of endless, featureless corridors, or I'm running through a forest, or I'm swimming in the ocean and I can't see any land in any direction. I'm always going somewhere, and I feel like I'm being called towards something familiar, but I don't know what it is.
That I can relate to.
Has anybody woken you up while you were in transit?
This is no. Every morning I simply
You go the full
come
night.
to consciousness, and I'm standing in the middle of the street, or I'm down an alley, or I'm on a bridge.
What time do you usually wake up? Like, are you waking up early, or are you waking up your usual, like, end of full sleep cycle?
It seems to be. It seems to be getting later and later each night.
Oh.
At first, like I said, it only happened long enough for me to have gotten as far down as the downstairs of the bar, but I'll get further each time.
I see.
Well, I think we don't have anything going on tonight, so I think we can
Yeah.
hang out and keep an eye
Girls'
on
night? Well, girls plus Gregory.
Oh, Gregory.
So, it's fine. I'm fairly secure in my sort of gender identity and
Good for you.
and all that. It can be a girl's night, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. It's weird.
He says, well, very good then. He gives you a slip of paper that has the address of a tavern and an inn. He says, this is where I'm staying. He says, I did, I still have some of the coin that I had on me. I would be more than happy to cover your food and drink and things like that as you'll post up in the tap room this evening, watching for me. As a way of thanks for doing this favor.
I won't turn down 3 drinks.
I says, very well. I'll see you around sundown then.
Okay.
And sort of like montage wipe. He walks away. You guys go back to your pigeon fights. The day passes. You guys go to the appointed tavern at the appointed time. Basically, you meet with Gregory. He exchanges a few words with the tavern owner. Just like tells, oh, these guys are, they're on my tab. You guys kind of hang out. You chat with him for a little bit. Is there any, during your kind of conversation, is there any specific stuff you want to like ask him about or talk to him about or anything like that while you've got the chance before I have him like kind of turn in and we progress forward?
Is there a window in your room?
There is a window in his room. He does tell you that he doesn't think he's ever gone out through the window. He's fairly sure that he has like walked out through the door every time.
Did this only start here in the city, or was it starting on the ship?
He tells you the first time that it started was the first night that he stayed in the city here.
Okay.
I have no questions.
Okay. So you guys just kind of chat for a little bit, and he asks questions about you, and just sort of nothing. He doesn't pry, especially like with Rowan. I think he's been with you guys long enough that he knows not to like direct any personal like past questions at Rowan. But he'll talk with you guys about just like stuff, shooting the breeze. He kind of tells you about his time as a guard in Noveria. He tells you about his his good friend that he had there. Tells you about his sister that still lives in Noveria. All that kind of small talk, and eventually he tells you he's going to head off to bed. And the instructions that he gives you when he kind of heads off to bed is, he would like you to just follow him and see if you can figure out like where he's trying to go. But like if seems like he is going to get into like danger of some sort, obviously like he hopes that you guys will like wake him up or whatever.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
You have can you perhaps pack a small bag of supplies that you would like to have in the event that you are woken up in a dangerous situation, and we will hold it and carry it with us in case you're
he can do
woken up
that.
in
He'll
your
give you like
pajamas?
he'll give you a few like his spare set of clothes. He gives you his sword belt and his sword, and he's.
Has he been walking around in his night clothes, or has he been getting ready and going out?
It varies. He says the first couple of times, he's like woken up and like. Now, granted, he's sort of like, this is medieval fantasy times, and also you pulled him as a shipwreck dude out of it.
Right.
Like, he has like 2 sets of clothes, so he wears like trousers and tunic to bed. He says it varies. Some nights, like
grabbing his sword, was he grabbing?
He's not like arming himself and getting his full gear. Just like whatever he goes to bed in, he wakes up in. Sometimes he has his boots on. Sometimes he does not. But he gives you all this stuff, and he heads off to bed. So the 3 of you, can you please make for me perception checks, as if keeping watch?
Oh my god, I didn't get out any of my dice. I forgot.
Professional operation. That's us.
I did really good on that for
Yeah.
once.
I got a
Ow.
natural 19.
I got an 18 total.
I got a 17 total.
27.
17, 18, and 27.
And 27.
I only have a +8 to perception.
Only.
I should have taken... okay, I'll deal with that after.
Yeah.
I have a set of this with me. I don't know where my dice went, speaking of dice. Okay, what were those rolls again? Sorry.
Nimue 17, Rowan 18, Sela 27.
Okay. So you guys all rolled very well. So nobody is like caught off guard. You guys, are just kind of down there hanging out. About 2 hours after he like turns in, down the stairs comes Gregory. He is very clearly, because you're looking for it, sleepwalking. To like a casual observer, like his eyes are open. He's, he seems to have like control of his faculties. But he kind of moves with the sort of like the dreamlike state. Oh, he's woken up immediately as a bunch of dogs freak out as he comes down the stairs, and the whole quest is diverted.
So it turns into a dog and barks at him.
He comes in, hey, We're playing D&D over here. That's rude. That's rude. You're being rude right now. Come over here.
Is that
Come over here.
Olive?
Come over here on camera and show everybody how rude you are.
Olive, why are you being
Look
rude?
at your rude face. Come here. Bring it here.
So rude.
Oh.
Be a good girl. Be a good girl.
What a face.
Did Griff fart real bad and rile them
I like
both
how this
up?
all just evolved into like whoosh, 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 whoosh,
Whoosh,
faces.
whoosh, whoosh. Anyway, I think Emily just got home and Griff is barking like an idiot out there, so it made her bark. Anyway, he comes down the stairs and is kind of like, you know, in sort of that sort of like dream-like state. He comes down. He's not really looking at anyone or anything in particular. He seems to be on autopilot. And he comes down the stairs and he crosses through the tap room and he goes to walk directly out the door.
Give it up and
Was
get
that a
up
scene
and
transition
follow.
or?
Scene
Yeah.
transition, the screen wipe. Whew.
Screen right.
No, or do the the old-fashioned one where it's like, ooh, that echo.
Oh, sorry.
Where it's like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo," and we like our faces and our logo like flash on the screen.
No, it's not a screen
Follow.
wipe. He's walking out the door. You're following. Okay.
Yep.
You guys walk out the door. Make a survival check collectively.
I'm still organizing my notes. Why are you doing this?
Meanwhile,
Survival?
survival check. Meanwhile, the fool's errant. Would you please make perception checks?
You bet I can.
26.
Natural 20 plus 0.
Thank God, because Rowan got a 7.
14.
Rowan got distracted by the dogs barking.
I got an
18.
plus 8.
My roll will get there eventually.
Hang on. D&D Beyond is like, hang on, I'm playing D&D.
Yeah. 33. 22. Jesus.
33. All right, I was just getting
33.
Curtis just said
Alright.
every number.
Yeah.
33.
I saw
what
I
was
saw
it?
the 3 and then 22.
Okay. All right. So the don't try us, ladies. You have easy enough time. You follow along. He's not in any great hurry to get anywhere. You know, see, he moves through the city. As you guys go, handful of blocks. He is decidedly moving east through the through the the streets here, working his way through the lower commons, towards the easternmost side of it. You guys go a couple of blocks, and you're following along. You pass, it's not super late, so there's a lot of there's not many people on the streets, but like a lot of the taverns and cafes and inns and things still have like patrons who are, dining and drinking and things like that. And my fool's errant gentleman, what are you three up to this fine evening? It is
trouble.
You're looking for trouble.
We're looking
It
for
is.
pigeon
We'll
fights.
call it about 10:45 p.m. The sun is like
Sounds-
all the way down, so it's like it's definitely like evening time. You guys are doing something. What is this? What is this trouble? What are you up to? What trouble are you looking for?
Sounds like punch a clock to me.
Sounds like punch a clock.
We're trying to find Oz
No, I
Fight
don't
Club, but not trying that hard.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just
We're confident it doesn't exist, but we're trying
Am-
to humor Oz
am
and
I-
try to find him somebody.
I'm
to fight.
pretty much a wanted man though, aren't I?
Not here.
Not in,
Not
I
in,
hear-
yeah,
not
not
in
in
Terra
Terra
Libra.
Libra. Yeah,
Look,
you
we've
got the
been
death
told-
mark
I
in
mean,
Viria, but
you're wanted because they like you.
Well, you're wanted in. You're for sure wanted in
in
the Ignean Empire. The
yes.
Ignean Empire, what is and is not the territory of the Ignean Empire is a little bit in flux right now.
Yeah.
But here
Yeah.
you're fine. Like this is
Good.
Niveria. Terra Libra is still by all accounts is still free and under its own rule. And they are.
I'm just hoping some a-hole doesn't come up out of the shadows and try
Okay.
to stab me.
You okay? All right. Then here's
A lot of secret weird societies around here, so it's just
So Osirius is in the lead with Walter and Alar kind of trailing behind him. Osirius is kind of looking for, everything in this city is too clean and too orderly and too they all put their pinkies out when they drink from their teacups here, and it pisses Osrius off just as like a general sort of vibe. So Osrius is kind of like just trolling around for like a scuffle, something to just like blow off steam. And so he's like walking down the street, not like bumping into people, but kind of like definitely like not gonna move, and if somebody bumps into him, he'll be like, "What?" So Oz is like coming down the street, and a perfect candidate. So Osrius, with your like,
Yes.
400 perception check, there's a gentleman. There's like another group coming from the other side of the street, coming the opposite direction down the street, and it is an individual. And there are like 3 figures behind him that are kind of like trailing along behind him. And you can just tell as you kind of walk up, he's like, you don't take a ton of attention to him, except for the fact that like doesn't seem to be paying a ton of attention to where he's going. He just sort of like moseying, kind of like you think maybe he's drunk or something like that. So you're like, all right, like let's see where this goes. Silo, Rowan, and Nimue, you guys all rolled high enough on your survival checks. And Walter and Alar, you guys rolled high enough on your perception checks that, like, everybody sees, like, what's about to happen. Right? Like, y'all kind of look up, and it takes you a second, like, you register that Osrius has sort of, like, something about Osrius's, like, posture has shifted a little bit to, like, he's kind of like a coiled snake right now. And so you notice that, and then you look and you notice he's like, oh god, he's like walking up on another group of people, and you're like, wait a minute, we know those people, like those were the people from that meeting the other day, like those are those pirates. And then you're like, wait a minute, like that's fucking Gregory.
I'm gonna kick your ass, Gregory.
Wait, so Oz definitely has met Gregor before, or like
I
definitely
think
has not.
he has. Like
Yeah.
Curtis the player may not have been like present for most of the jerking around with them, but like they have encountered one another before.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then yeah, I'm going to
Okay,
raise
okay.
my voice. Whoa, Oz! No. That's Gregory.
Hey, be quiet!
Quickly in Elvish, I yell at Alar, "Shut up! He's sleepwalking."
Shut your fucking mouths and follow.
I say back in Elvish, oh, he's sleepwalking?
In Draconic, I tell Celia to go
Yes!
do something terrible to herself, but I'll fall in step.
Okay, so you
So-
guys, the tension averted. You guys like fall in line. Osrius shocking, like, oh, you never mess with the sleepwalker.
Oh, you never wake them up.
apparently,
brought
a weird piece of Goliath cultural stuff that like carries over.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
sleepwalking. That's serious
I'm
shit.
I'm
no.
gonna see Oz being all tense though, and I'm gonna go up to him as they all fall in line with us. And I'm gonna punch him really hard in the arm and say, "We'll fight later if we have to."
he's like,
Tie me up.
okay. Okay.
Ignoring
Don't
the
have to
angry
hit me
furball,
about it.
I'm going to, and since the paladin is busy, I'm going to turn to Nimue and quietly ask, "How the hell do you know him?" As I point to Gregory.
I'm going to make this easier because I don't want to wake Gregory. I'm going to mind link with Alar and be like, okay, so we found him like on a shipwreck in the middle of the ocean. I'm surprised he's still alive. So we took him in, brought him here, and now he's asking us for help because he's been sleepwalking ever since he got back to land and he doesn't know what the fuck's up.
Mind demons. That's fine.
You can respond to this message in my mind. You're fine. Just don't wake him up.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
I feel like I'm watching this happen, but it's like abject silence as like.
Yeah, we're just,
Gregory's
like,
kind of
staring
shuffling
at
across
each
the
other.
street.
Alar
Like-
just has suddenly a great big grin on his face because this is new magic as far as he's concerned, and it's amazing. He was a guardsman in Niveria. That's how we met him.
Oh, you guys know him?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Is he cool?
Oh
He
yeah.
seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
He was a little delirious when we found him.
Well, you said you found a shipwreck. That
Yeah.
would answer that question. Actually, presuming nothing bad happens when he wakes up, but gotta give him some news about some people he knows. Good news.
That's good. Has he done this before?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
You know, I've seen him standing watch. I saw him at the guardsman's bar a couple times, but
Okay.
You guys
I'm
follow
going to keep
Gregory.
following.
Yep, you follow along. He just sort of trundles along peacefully through the streets. You follow him for about 25 minutes. And eventually, he comes upon a break in like the buildings along the road that you've been following into an open plaza, an open portion of the city. And at the far side of the city, there is a large, like, high, very like, it's very like, even in the darkness, you can see it's like very like colorful and has been like, it's not just like a wall, but it's like a wall that has like weird, interesting, like wavy kind of architecture to it. And there is a gate in the center of it. And he begins heading towards that gate. Beyond that gate, beyond the wall on the inside, you can see there is sort of this like looming structure of some sort, silhouetted in like the blackness against the dim illumination of the sky. It is like a large sort of like swoop roofed structure that kind of like comes up to a point. And as you follow him and approach, you realize that the structure that he is walking towards behind this gate is not really a structure per se, so much as it is an enormous tent. And the gate has like a wrought iron archway above it with runes like into that archway, which spell out in common, Grimaldi Circus grounds. And Gregory walks right over to that gate, and he reaches out, puts a hand on the gate, and like kind of pulls, and it is very much like locked and barred. And he kind of just like puts his hand down by his side and is now just sort of standing there.
So do we open the gate for him or do we wake him now?
Well, the circus is closed.
Isn't there
closed.
like a rumored curse on the circus or
No,
something?
it just didn't open on time. That they don't know why. Like something, they're late opening from what I remember.
they're
Something
really
happened.
late opening. They said that they were behind opening when we left before, a couple of weeks before the invasion occurred. Now it's been over a month.
Can
And
I
now-
try to see if there's like just a regular lock? I don't know anything about magical locks, but can I see if there's like a regular lock I can try to pick?
Yeah, make an
Unless somebody
investigation
has
check.
I think that's.
I have the wrong eyes equipped. I'm sorry.
Murderbeard's not here. I don't know what I'm doing.
You just punch it.
If
Oh.
she's going to like,
I look at Alar.
yeah, I'm gonna look at Alar. It's like, I
I'm-
think she's trying
Some-
to pick the lock.
Could
I'm not trying to pick it. I'm trying to see if I can pick it. I'm trying to investigate.
Oh,
okay.
Gotcha.
while she's doing that, I'm gonna look around for sentries or anything like that.
Where's my
Make a
14?
perception check. Okay, you're 14.
Well,
25.
Oh, okay. With your 14, you look, as far as you can tell, it looks to be a mundane, like, chain and padlock. It is
Okay.
padlocked, like, on the inside. It has been locked from the inside as opposed to the outside.
Okay.
Now, it is, like, a barred wrought iron fence, so, like, it's
Yeah.
not like, you can just stick your hand through and, like, grab that lock or whatever.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, like, you know, as far as you can tell, it's not magical anyway. Like, if you were one who, had proficiency in such things, it is absolutely, like, reasonable to be like, oh, I could probably try and pick that.
How
Aylar,
tall is it?
the gate
The
itself,
gate, yeah.
the gate itself is probably about 15 feet tall. So kind of a tall order for, like normal folk. Osrius probably could like climb his way up there. You could probably
Just jump
like
it.
just anime jump it with, without much difficulty. But as Alar, you kind of like look around, you look through the fence, you look to see, on the other side. What you see on the grounds of the Grimaldi Circus behind this fence is that there is like a kind of like a thoroughfare created by like these constructed wooden and brightly colored canvas booths that you immediately can tell like are definitely like sort of like carnival game type booths. There's this avenue of these that leads back towards where you see like the main big top is, a few hundred yards back further in. They are all currently like closed up, shut down, boarded over. Like they're not in use, for the season or at least closed up at the night. They're vacant. You see, there's kind of like some little offshoots on the grounds over here. There's like an area where there's like a dunk tank. There's some other like areas for games. You see a place that looks like it's definitely like a food tent. It is essentially like a circus grounds. What you do see, you don't see any like sentries. Like there's not like guard. You know what I mean? There's not guards patrolling around the circus grounds. You have run into a couple of like bookkeeper like peacekeeper groups. They kind of roam around the city in groups of 4. You've encountered them before during the day. A lot of them, like the steward members that they do a lot of. You've seen the like prestidigitating of like cleaning the streets and things like that. You've seen a couple of them like roaming around, but nobody's like patrolling the circus grounds. What you do see, the only signs of life that you see is off to the right from where you're looking of the big top. There is an area where there are like a dozen or so little like kind of like tents and caravan wagons and things like that that you see what you would kind of associate with like a traveling troupe. A lot of the one from what you can see from here, it looks like a lot of them have had like semi-permanent or permanent like construction things added onto them. You guys know the Grimaldi Circus doesn't really travel that much. They generally just stay here. But you can see the evidence of like a big central bonfire in that like camp. And you can kind of see some people. You hear some sort of music wafting from back there. The sounds of like talking, like it seems like the inhabitants of the circus are back, a ways that way. They're probably, you gauge they're probably like a medieval high fantasy football field length away from where you guys are at the gate. And as far as you can tell, there is nobody patrolling around. But that is what you see as you like examine the circus grounds.
Maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like we hitched a ride with a group that was traveling towards Terra Libra for
I
similar
thought they were heading
entertainment
for the
purposes.
Empire.
Oh, maybe. It was where it was one of the times there was like a red feather involved. I just don't remember.
You did encounter ages ago. You did encounter like a traveling troupe that I don't know if you got confirmation of whether or not they were part of the Grimaldi Circus, but they were basically a troupe that traveled around, and they were at the time they were in fact headed for the Empire.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I just vaguely remember like Brom.
You stopped with them for a night, and Brom sang a song. Yeah, they were a troupe that was headed for the Empire. They were to like, I think, to the knowledge of what we like experienced in campaign, like in the game, they like the Grimaldi Circus did not come up having anything to do with those groups.
Okay.
They were like a traveling group of bards.
Do you want to break in?
Well, you guys discuss. I'm
circus,
gonna
or
pour Portrait Beast out of this room before she cries herself.
some mean things to say about Emily.
I mean, I can easily pick this lock. That's no problem. But
Do you want to see if there's people over there at the group first, or like at the gathering of wagons, or
Well,
does
I
they're
mean,
it seem
I
like
can
they're
in
hear
the
abandoned?
circus.
yeah, I can
So-
hear
Good.
music, so there's definitely people over there.
I could
You
flag
want
one of them
to-
down if I can just mind. I can see them, so I
Are
can
we
message them.
trying to find out what they are saying, or are we trying to get their attention?
Well, I thought we were getting their attention to open the door for this guy.
I got a question. Have you done with Gregory while he's in this state?
Oh, that's right. I was going to. Thank you for reminding me. You literally mind link with me, so it makes sense that you would remember that I forgot that I wanted to do this. I actually wanted to do this. Yeah, I would like to mind link with Gregory and see if I can just listen to his current thoughts right now.
Very interesting. Okay.
Calliope music.
You literally mind melded with me. This was something I wanted to do at the start of the game, and I forgot because
make Nimue, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh hell yeah! It's like shit. Let's go. Yeah, 17.
Okay. You link with Gregory's mind. And you...
Oh, wait, I have an advantage. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I know, 17. You're good.
Okay. You link with Gregory's mind. You're used to this, you sort of like touch the sort of surface, this mind link is it's not a mind reading type of thing. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
It's a little bit different, but you're kind of used to this just sort of being like a game of psychic telephone. But as you touch Gregory's, like you touch your mind to Gregory's mind, you feel for a split second, you rolled well enough that you sort of get this, you get kind of a glimmer into his, into his mind at this moment, and what is in his mind at this moment is sort of like this just ethereal sensation of like familiarity and a like compatibility in a sense of like something is sort of drawing him in a way that like his mind is familiar with the nature of this thing, and this thing is familiar with the nature of a mind that like is receptive to it. And so it is like you very much get the sense of like almost like of a spider sort of like reeling in, that's like a millisecond of sort of this perception because you rolled so well. And then you get the sense that whatever it is notices you.
Uh-oh.
And the best way I can, I guess, like to describe, this is all mental, so to put the metaphor to it, the sort of like the spider kind of like notices you, and you feel as if like something has basically reached across the psychic link and tried to grab you and pull you in. But you like and cut the link off. And you break away before it gets a chance to like ensnare your mind. And as you do that, actually, so you sort of like blah, you break away, and Gregory wakes up. He goes like, ugh. And his hand is on the gate again, and he goes like, balls. I'll suppose. And he turns around and like sees you guys, and then he sees the fools, and he's like,
Small world.
What?
You were walking around out here, and they said, "Shh, follow them," and we did. So
We met them the other day.
Hi. Good to see you.
Apparently,
again.
you all know each other.
Glad you're in good health.
Okay.
Well,
You're all well. 3 of you at least are alive.
Brahm is alive. He's just... I'm pretty sure he's at a nightclub somewhere.
He started a nightclub in Terribly, but just don't question it too much.
That tracks. That's fine.
Is that where Murder Beard and Thixus are?
Probably.
Is it
Oh,
not?
He says, where are we? He says,
This is the Grimaldi Circus grounds, but they've been closed.
I put my hand on Nimwe's shoulder because she jumped back. I don't say anything.
Yeah, I think she's kind of just standing there, like, a little creeped out.
You good?
It knows that I'm here. It saw me, whatever it is.
It.
What do you mean?
And it drew him here?
I don't know. It was like kind of like a spider feeling, like pulling on its web, like taking something that it, like a nostalgic feeling, like the two, whatever is going on in his mind and whatever it is, they're like connected somehow, or there's like
Walter,
a familiarity.
You have the ability to detect magic, yes?
Well, look,
But I don't think it
Wrong
like it
eyes.
didn't like me,
Ah.
right? Like that's the insight I got.
Um,
Like it didn't want me.
Do you want magic detected now or later?
now I can do it. I just figured I'd give the option if someone else
Don't
wanted to do it.
bother. Stella will do her Furbolg magic racial ability that she can do detect magic. So this one, her eyes probably get like. Okay, you know how goat pupils look?
You always say goat. You always
Yeah.
say goat.
They get all like goat pupils and like reflective, like really,
Uh-huh.
really fucking demonic. And
There
I'm looking
is
for magic.
there is an aura of abjuration magic on the gate.
What about on Gregory?
Is there-
Nothing detectable on Gregory.
Okay.
The gate has magic on it.
That wouldn't surprise me. There's probably a alarm spell or something on there if somebody breaches the gate.
Similar question then. Do we want me to detect evil out here? Or do we try to get inside and follow this to wherever he's awake now, so I guess we're not going to be able to follow things.
Yeah.
I have
We
a
might
thought.
be able to get in and ask, poke around,
Ask
in
the
morning.
people what's going on and why they're closed and if they need
Yeah.
help, and
I mean, not
not mention that our
device.
friend sleepwalked here.
Yeah. Let's get away
Scylla?
from the gate.
Can I do
Just-
a vibe check on this entire area right now?
Scylla, you okay?
No, I was just waiting for an opportunity to say something, and I kept not being able to say something. I can just fly around and listen to what they're saying, so we know that we can trust them. If they are in there,
Sure.
and we
That's
are out
probably-
here.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You can get closer than any of us.
Have fun.
I turn into an owl.
Okay.
And
I
I fly on over. And
I'll
I'm
mind link-
listening.
I'll mind link with Scylla so she has the option if she needs to.
I'm gonna
I'm here if you need me.
motion to the other fools and like let's get away from the gate. Let's look a little less suspicious.
What is the range on your mind link deal?
I think until I cannot see her.
Okay, well, that's gonna be pretty immediately because she flies up into the night sky and immediately is like you can't.
Oh, okay.
So she's a night predator in the night sky. You immediately lose sight of her. Scylla,
Okay.
make a stealth check with advantage for me as you go to make your way over towards where the circus folk have their camp set up.
I still have detect magic on.
Okay.
Because that lasts for like 10 minutes. Oh, I have to use the owl stealth. That was really good though. Nope, that's a giant owl. Ooh, 19.
Okay. You what are you doing? Are you like circling above? Are you trying to land somewhere? What's your vibe? What's your plan?
Like I kind of want to do like maybe like a little arc. Like I don't want to go right towards them. I want to be able to like get some detect magic, like flying low and close to the buildings, so that I can try to see if just anything pops up in my periphery. And then if there's nothing that goes off with that, then I'm just going to try to land close to them and just like listen to
Okay.
what they're saying.
So what I'll say is you kind of, as you do your sort of like strafing run, you pass by. You get like probably a couple of dozen little pings of magic. Nothing hits you as like, you don't get a particularly like bright aura of magic from anything. You kind of get the sense that there's like, there's just like little minorly enchanted trinkets and like things of that nature kind of scattered among the possessions of the troopers of the circus folk. No like big massive glaring piece of magic hits you. So there's scattered things, but nothing that really warrants you think deeper suspicion. So as you kind of land in position, you see that there are a handful of people sitting around this bonfire. There's a few others moving around the area. One of them is playing, is kind of sitting and just strumming on a lute lightly. And a few of these folks are having a conversation. They're all wearing like sort of like brightly colored, ostentatious, circus folk garb. But their demeanors are tense and like stressed out, uncertain. They are not like happy. And as you listen in, you hear one of the folks sitting around the fire is in like mid-sentence as you get into earshot, and you hear him say, "We should just move it and get it out of the city. Drop it in a lake or off a cliff or something." And another person responds to him, and they say, "And what about the ringmaster and the others?" And he like, I don't know. And somebody else says, "Yeah, and what about the rest of us? The Odinum found out about this cursed thing." There's a little bit of a quiet, few moments as they sulk into quietness, and one of them says, the guy playing the lute says, "Hector is planning to go in tomorrow." And the one of the ones who had spoken before says, "Why? He'll end up just like the others. He's a fool. Somebody should talk to him." Someone else says, "You know Hector," as they say, you know Hector. He will not be dissuaded. Somebody says, "The ringmaster should never have let that outsider bring that here. It's brought us nothing but trouble. Maybe the Odinum can help. We should just..." And someone cuts them off and says, "They are not of our people. They would not understand. We handle this among the circus folk. We will figure it out. Maybe Hector will succeed where the others have failed." And they all sort of dissolve into sullen silence after that.
Okay, I wait like a minute, and then I let out a really spooky like owl noise. Like I'm like hoo hoo, to try to just see if I can
Make
fuck
an,
with them.
make an intimidation check.
Yeah, that's I got a whole -1 to that. 5.
You make a hoot and it doesn't really...
Dang,
They don't seem to be perturbed by it.
Okay, then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna fly back over to my friends, and I'm gonna land on Nimwe's shoulder, and I'm gonna peck at her head until she mind links me.
Okay.
Oh, you're muted.
I remind like the moment I see you,
I explain everything that I heard to her and
and
say,
I relay that back.
it does not sound like... It sounds like they may be mistrusting of outsiders, but they know that there's some foul thing plaguing them, and they have people missing, and Hector is going to do something tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you want... Should we bring them over? Hoot hoot.
I tell the party that, and then I also say, I'm like, see, the rumors were right. It is cursed.
A little curse or two hasn't stopped anybody here, so...
We are technically working for the Ordina, but we're not the Ordinum.
I mean, you definitely aren't.
Oh yeah, we have those things. Do we still have those things? Are
I
those
think
things?
so. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we could be useful to them if we wanted to go above board, send Sela over. She turns into herself, scares the shit out of them, brings them to the
Oh.
gate to unlock it. Or we just go in and try to handle this shit while they're eating by the fire.
Actually, that's a really good idea. If Sela goes in and be like, yo, I heard everything, bitch. Do you want help or not? Do you want me to go?
I mean, she's pretty scary.
Yeah. She's
And
very...
I smile at the owl. I mean, that was
fluff
love.
up my owl feathers and
I
like
mean,
little
it was
pride.
love.
No, it's a proud fluffing.
Yeah.
I know it is.
I mean,
I'm
hopefully
reminding her.
that doesn't provoke them to attack her.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna attack her, and then she turns into a huge direwolf, and they're fucked.
And then Oz throws us all over the
And then I just
wall,
jump
and
over
then
the fence. It's
yeah.
fine.
I don't have
Do
to turn in. I don't have to
Um,
turn into myself. I can just bring them over as an owl.
Gregory goes like...
Oh.
Gregory
Can
goes...
we not talk murder? Can't believe I'm the one that has to say this.
Gregory
pirate.
goes, they're like 100 feet from us. We could just sort of
Yell at them.
raise our voices slightly and call them over here if we want.
Oh,
If
I thought they
talking
were
is the-
far. I thought they were further away.
I mean, they're like they're like
They're not
they're
like
probably several hundred feet in, but like they're close enough that if y'all were like,
Yo,
hey, like you could call you could call
Let's
somebody
see.
over here.
Are we still standing at this gate?
Yeah.
Kind of moved away a little, but we're
Oh,
still.
Nimue stayed there
So,
the whole
yeah.
time. Sorry, I didn't know we were
Some of
walking
us
away from the
did.
gate.
No, I assume you guys have like backed up from the gate a little
By
bit.
moved, I meant
Yes,
like we're like
but
2 feet to
still.
the right.
Yeah, we're
I
then
see.
yeah, let's head back over to the gate. We'll make a little noise, wave somebody over, and
Okay.
tell them we know it. We
As soon as
Yeah.
we get back to the game, I was gonna be like, "Man, Alar, I really wish we could go to the circus right now. Shame that it's closed. What about you, Oz? You want to go see the circus?"
Shame they
punch
have a
something.
cursed item somewhere.
I want
Yeah,
to punch
terrible
something in
about
this
that.
movie.
So
I heard they have a
spooky.
punching ring inside the circus somewhere. Shame if something was cursed in there, though.
Then they need to open the
Hector!
circus now.
He's just.
I'm getting tired
not
of this.
even- I'm
We've
not
been
even
standing
trying.
behind a gate for 45 fucking minutes.
All right, so
You
I
could've
think
punched
I
it
was
at
gonna
any
make
point,
I was
Oz.
gonna make you guys make a roll with disadvantage because
No!
Jason's ploy was stupid. But Osrius goes, but as Osrius goes like, we've been at this game for 45 goddamn minutes. That definitely like gets somebody to come over immediately. Somebody you see like a bullseye lantern comes over from the group of people, the encampment there, and a middle-aged woman with her hair like up in a high bun, wearing sort of like a lot of like flowing skirts and things like that, comes over and she says, "I'm sorry, Dolans. The circus is closed in general, and also it's the fucking middle of the night.
Yeah, we know. We followed
you'll have
that
to
guy
come
who
back."
slept walk here.
She looks at Gregory and she's like,
You were supposed to leave him out of it.
I don't know what your friend's
I
sleep
I
disorder
said
has to
know.
do with anything.
forward.
Do you know about like the cursed item and Hector's gonna try, but then you're not sure if he's gonna be able to do it?
You need somebody's help.
It's affecting other people. Well, it probably is.
Yeah, and you need somebody's help, but you probably can't do it yourself. And so we're here in the middle of the night when the circus probably shouldn't be open. So how
And
about you just
apparently-
open up the gate and let us
Rowan
in?
started to step forward, and then she just falls silent as they all talk around her and steps back.
Somebody in the group can make a persuasion check with advantage. Whoever wants to.
I have a +7. Would anybody like to beat that?
Go for it.
Go for it,
sir.
Walter.
Oh, good. Good thing it's with advantage. Are you fucking serious?
I will give you.
How's an 11 do?
Why do you roll fake dice? You have real dice in front of you.
Fucking, it doesn't.
I got you like a cool
Okay,
dice thing.
That was more. That was 14 + 7 would be 21.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys you all sort of just like yell at this lady in unison. And so the things that like cut through the noise are, the stuff about like you guys repeat a bunch of their conversation that you guys have overheard. And I think specifically, at least the thing that I was able to pick out of the crowd of y'all talking was Osrius, who said, like something along the lines of like, you guys have a problem and you can't deal with it yourselves, so like us, a bunch of like jacked fucking armored weapon laden psychopaths are here in the middle of the night, and we're offering to help you, so open your goddamn gate. I think like Oz makes that
Probable.
That statement sort of resonates with her as like the sentiment of like, you guys have a problem and like clearly you cannot deal with it yourself, and like fucking look at us. And she looks at you and you're like the most insane looking misfit. Like there's like a very famous brand of mercenary with like an owl for some reason, and like a lady in armor, and like a 7'9" bald guy, and spooky eyes Magoo over there, and then like Alar, who's just like a dude, but also he has like a weasel with a halo. Like she's like, clearly an adventuring party. Okay. She definitely is like suspicious of you, as like you have information that you guys should not have had information of. And she says, "I have your word that inside our gates you will respect the laws of hospitality and you'll bring no harm to any of our people."
Unless your
Unless harm's
people
brought
are
to
the
us.
ones
Trying to
that are...
harm us, yeah.
She looks highly offended that you would even suggest such a thing.
Well, if you're cursed, what if they have no control over it?
She says,
We
"We're not,
we
we're
will
not-
bring no harm
we're not
unless
cursed."
harm is brought to us.
Yeah,
She sort of nods and she says, "Fine." she pulls a silver key out of her pocket, and she unlocks the gate, and opens it. She says, "Come on, camp's this way."
Look at that. We did it. We did it, gang.
She leads you guys forward. You guys
Let
cross
Oz do all the talking.
you cross the campgrounds, the circus grounds, and you head to where their camp is. And several of the other circus folk like stand up, like what? As a bunch of strangers come back with with the individual who came to get you. And one of them says, "Kaza, who in the fuck are these people?" She says, "Hush your face. They're a bunch of crazy, armored, weaponed-up people that just reiterated the exact conversation we had 10 minutes ago back to me, and apparently are willing to help. And frankly, I'm tired of trying to figure this out on our own and sending people into that bloody thing for them to disappear. And if there's a chance that we can do anything that isn't let Hector go in there tomorrow and disappear like the rest of them and the ringmaster, then play your lute and shut up."
Fool's Errant, nice to meet you. I heard you needed
Grimm
some fools
Folly.
to go in.
Well, actually, with the don't try us. Hi.
They kind of look at the group of you, and the woman who brought you over says, "My name is Kaza. I am one of the longest standing members of the Grimaldi Circus, and no one's really in charge here, but folks will do what I say if I use my angry voice."
Use your mom voice.
Yeah. What are you doing here in the middle of the night? How did you know of what we were speaking? And
Well,
what's up, generally?
Gregory's with us still, right?
Yeah, he is. He's kind of just like,
I don't give a fuck. I gesture towards Gregory. Our friend here has been sleepwalking since we brought him back to town, and he asked us to help. And while he was sleepwalking, he brought us to your gates. And when I checked inside his mind, I felt some sort of presence trying to draw him in. So whatever presence it is, it's somewhere here. And it really wanted him, and it was really irritated at me.
Kaza says, "I don't know anything about your sleepwalking friend or anything of that nature. I can't speak to that or whatever tried to grab you, but there is something that was brought here to the circus, and it is, well, we don't know what it is, but it's," and one of the others says, one of the others kind of like cuts her off and says like, "They are outsiders. What are you doing?" And she turns and she says, "Shut up. Clearly we do not have the resources or the skills or the power to handle this. Perhaps these people can be a happy medium that isn't us getting, I don't know, whatever it is the peacekeepers do to people who bring dangerous, crazy things into the city."
To be fair, they usually just put us aside and like put shit in the ziggurat, so. Sorry. Continue.
She says, she turns and she says, "Mungo," and like the biggest dude you guys have ever seen. No, he's not bigger than Osrius, but like he's a human, and like the biggest dude for a human you've ever seen. He kind of like gets up and he goes, "Brr." She goes, "Go fetch Xanton." And he goes, "Okay." And he kind of like lumbers off. And she says, "In the off season, while we were planning for this year's performances, a traveler came to the circus grounds. they had something that they wanted to sell to Ringmaster Bolo. None of us had ever seen this traveler before, but we don't know him. Hang on a second. There's some dogs.
Yes, the cursed dogs of Mithlinde.
The wild dogs have followed us into the circus grounds.
Oh no.
The hounds have been released.
Oh, they peed on my
We're
foot.
on the elemental plane of dog butt.
Because we've trained them to walk a tightrope, but we can't get them to behave themselves when anything interesting happens.
That's rude.
She says, a stranger brought something to the city. They brought it into the city, so that they got it past the Ordinum's checks of all things coming in or out of the city. So we had no reason to believe it was safe. For the ringmaster thought nothing of it. This traveler brought something here, wanting to sell it to the circus as an attraction. And when the ringmaster entertained examining it, it was brought here to the circus, to the tent. And the ringmaster went to examine it, to look at it with this stranger, and disappeared. She says it's... Before I go any further, I want nothing more than for the good of you to be the answer to the problems that we've been having, but whatever this thing is, it's taken a dozen of our people at this point, and we don't know what to do about it. You should be sure that you are prepared for whatever it is that we've got happening here. My conscience would not forgive me if I sent a group, any more people, to whatever fate has befallen the rest of ours who have gone after the ringmaster.
Your warning is appreciated. We've dealt with dangerous relics previously. At least, he points to Walter and Nasrius. And
We'll be okay, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm already super cursed, so like it can't get worse probably.
Hey, Gregory.
You go, oi.
Why don't you head back to the inn and drink some coffee and stay awake for the next few hours, just in case.
He's like, no. He kind of looks to shit seals an owl.
Well,
And he's
I was
like-
about to.
He's gonna have
I
a serious
realized
conversation with an owl.
I have his bag and it's
Oh,
inside
shit.
of my body. So
He goes to look to seal it. He's like, you've got my stuff and my sword.
yeah, I'll
Oh.
hop down on the ground and I will de-wild shape and hand him his bag.
He takes his bag. He puts his boots on. He puts his coat on. He straps his
No,
sword.
no, no,
He's-
no, no, no,
he's-
no, 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 no.
Oh,
You're
you're
going,
getting. Oh,
you're
I got
going
this.
back to the inn. I am not having another person die in front of me tonight. I have not seen you in battle. I am not dealing with it tonight. Go back now.
Oh,
Hang on.
She's spicy.
Shut
He
up,
goes-
Walter.
Oh.
He goes, I was in fact trained by the
I understand,
Navirian,
and I
the
have
Navirian
seen
Imperial
the
Guard.
training. But you have to understand how many people I've seen die in the few months I've been with my friends, and I don't need you to be the next one.
Make a
you give me
persuasion
this
roll
favor- this
with
favor.
disadvantage.
That's fine. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. With advantage.
this
With disadvantage or advantage?
Yes,
Oh, disadvantage.
Sorry.
Okay. That's still pretty good. That is still an 18. Because I have a plus
okay.
6 to persuasion.
So with disadvantage, he says, I can respect the sentiment. And I don't think that if the lot of you decide that I am not coming on this little adventure, that I can force the issue against you. So ultimately, I suppose I will listen to what you say, but I would like to put this in. Whatever is happening here, it involves me. I think that number one, I have a right to see this through to whatever end it brings. And number two, to use your own logic against you. Something has been plaguing me in my dreams, and I have brought the 6 of you now into this. And if you go forward towards whatever this is, and you come to harm, and you die, and something happens to you, and I was not there, because I acquiesced and went back and sat safe in the inn, toasty warm, warming my feet by the fire, I'll have to sit with that on my conscience. I'd ask that you not do that to me.
Put my hand on Rowan's shoulder and kind of just give her a gentle squeeze.
I will go up and put my hand on Gregory's shoulder and say, "Why don't we just split the difference then?" And I'll
How
cast
about
Death
no?
Ward on Gregory.
I'll put my hand on my own shoulder and being like, I did a good job.
I look at Gregory. These fools will literally be the death of us. Okay.
So I'm gonna Death Ward Gregory just because like he wants to go and I'm not gonna stop him.
No,
I look at Gregory.
Smiling Riley and just going,
What were you saying?
you guardsmen,
Hey.
toughest lot I've ever run into. Just
Okay,
like
fine. I look at
Ugh.
Gregory and I say this. I don't know what the heck he just did to you, but I think it's a good thing. Do me a favor then if you're insisting.
Of course, this is a serious moment. Though.
Yeah, it was. Rowan's trying to avoid another fucking nightmare, but sure, go ahead.
Sorry, okay, hang on. Whew. Alright. Oh. Okay, I'm fine. I'm good. This is I'm listening.
Stay near me. We fight the same way. But I can protect you better than you can protect yourself. And if you die, I will find a way to bring your ass back and I will beat you to death again.
That's expensive.
But worth
If I
it.
had a diamond, I could bring him back.
Yeah, we do have the means
This is
to do that.
point taken. I'll appreciate the sentiment.
Awesome. Alar
If
snaps out
they
a
say
hand
out
and,
loud that they have a diamond they can use, Walter's gonna be very confused. by this
unsnaps.
concept.
No, we
the
don't have a
rapier.
diamond.
Let's go
We
see
need to
this
get
new
one.
toy.
The Kaza brings you. Just come this way. She turns back and she says, "Golo, tell Mungo to bring Zantan to the tent." And the person that she refers to as Golo goes like, "Whatever you say." She leads you off towards the big top. She brings you. She comes over. The big top has a tent flap that is closed and has been tied secure, but she just undoes the knot and kind of opens it up, and pulls the flap of the tent to one side and gestures. She goes, "Yeah, it's in here."
I will, before we step in, I will cast Detect Evil and Good.
Alar's gonna draw the wand, tap it on his forehead, and his eyes will glow faintly.
Alright.
Back, he casts Detect Magic.
Okay. You guys are not in range to detect anything immediately as you guys
Yeah, no,
trigger
this
this
is
as you
just
enter.
preparation.
So she leads you inside.
It lasts for 10 minutes, so I'm hoping.
Yep. You guys head towards. She brings you towards the center of the big top. Inside the tent, there are all around the central ring of the circus here. There are wooden bleachers, stands have been built for crowd to watch. There is a ring in the center. In the center, the dead center of the big top tent, illuminated by a shaft of moonlight from the opening in the top of the tent, there is a singular trooper's caravan sitting there. It is a decent size. It is ostentatious in its presentation. It is has all these multicolored panels and gilded filigree and fun designs and bells and streamers and things attached to it. It's very merry and jolly and exciting looking, if not a little bit beaten up. She kind of leads you over in the direction of it, and she says, "This was what the stranger brought to the Grimaldi Circus to sell. This was what Ringmaster Bolo and the others who have gone after him went into, and they did not come out. Your detect magic does go off. Like, the thing is, like, there is something magical in nature about this caravan itself, but you're not getting a specific ping of, like, a school of magic. Like, you can just tell that this thing is, like, magical in some way. Rowan, I don't think, what is your detect evil is what specific types of creatures?
It is aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
Okay. I think you are getting you're getting kind of like a waft of fey
Oh shit.
that is sort of like intermingled with undead.
Oh.
Oh,
Just sort
cool.
of
I
like
will-
coming off, like a general sort of like chill
Neat.
goes up your back
yeah.
that comes off of being too close to this caravan with this ability.
I will
active.
tell them that vibe that I am getting.
Alar is does a quick circle around the caravan because he's going. It's magical. Definitely magical. Hell if I know what school of magic it is, though. And
Kaza says to you, there is only one person who's gone into that caravan since it came here that has come back out. And you turn, and Mungo is coming back with a young boy. She says, young Xantan snuck into the caravan, unbeknownst, and he is the only one that has gone in that has come back out. She says, go on, lad, tell them what you saw inside.
Alar is going to immediately crouch down so he's, on the same level as him.
The young Xantan says, I went into it because I wanted to help bring the ringmaster and the others back. And when I went in, it was weird on the inside. It was way different than what it looks like it should be on the outside. And I was in a room, and there was a weird spinning thing in the middle of the room, and like a lever. And I tried to pull the lever, and when I did, I heard a voice, and it told me that I was too young, and it said, you must be at least this tall. And then I woke up and I was back outside of the caravan.
Okay.
What's adults?
This sounds.
How old is this kid? Sorry.
Probably
how big?
9.
Okay,
He's like
so he's pretty
he's like-
little. Human?
He's like 4. Human. Yep.
It sounds a lot like the mess that we got ourselves in trying to make it back here.
Well,
Hmm.
does anybody get any weird, creepy, I really need to go in that hole vibes right now? Or.
I mean,
What did the lever look like? You said there was a lever and it stopped you from pulling it?
He said, man, it was like as tall as I was, and it sort of had like a colorful stripe pattern on it.
Okay.
And Kaza says, like, thank you, lad. Off back to bed now. He goes away with Mungo, who goes like, oh, I could like to help you down disappear inside the spooky wagon. And he takes the boy away and he leaves.
I look at Sela and Nimue really quick, and I just say, should we send a note to Captain and Thixus about what we're doing in case we don't come back out?
I have the sending stone.
Yeah, just let them know where we are, and not to come running. That we'll be okay because we have them with us. But that if we're not back later, we're to come looking for us, I guess.
What's a good time frame? Like 12 hours? 24 hours?
12 hours, I would say.
12 hours. All right.
Yeah. Kaza, can you do us a favor? He's gonna quickly scribble down the address of where the fools have been staying. If we're not back in 12 hours, send a runner here. They're to look for either any of these people by any of these 5 names. The top one is preferred, Brown Repluck.
Okay.
Let them know what happened.
We'll do it.
Thank you.
She kind of looks at the wagon. She looks at you and she says, "Good luck. Hope you're successful."
Hope so too. All right, ladies, gentlemen.
I'm going to activate the sending ring because I forgot it's in my mother's wedding ring. I'll activate the ring. Hey, Captain! Us girls at the circus checking out cursed shit. If we're not back in 12 hours, come find us. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Love you, bye.
Okay. You get back. What? Okay, Sure. Thlexus is... Never mind, I'll tell you about it later.
God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't know what Lexus is doing, ladies, but I'm a little worried. I'm more worried about them than us, honestly.
Alright.
Yeah, we've left Brom alone for quite a while. Gods know what he's getting into. All right.
Kaza sort of backs up and clears the path around you guys in this trooper's wagon.
Yeah, I'm feeling stupid. Alar's gonna go first.
I was gonna say I was gonna go first. That works out.
Okay.
No, go for it.
As people start like traveling, it's like I'm going to turn to Kaza and say, "Do you have like a quick, vague description of the people that went in there, so we don't like accidentally murder one of them?"
She rattles off a description. There are 4 people missing. Ringmaster Bolo, and the names of the other people are Golo, Jola, and Hugo.
Not Hugo.
So there's 4
We don't
people.
talk
4
about
people
Hugo.
that went in and
All
didn't come out.
humans. Yeah, all humans. She kind of gives you like a brief description of them. Those are the 4 people that went in and did not come out.
All right, so not human, not a problem. Let's go.
Hmm?
So Bolo, Golo, Jola, and Hugo.
Yes.
Hey.
A lot of O names, I realize, in this list of names of
look,
circus people I created.
We have a problem with O names in this stream on this particular
That's true.
Tuesday. So
Okay, so there is a door to the wagon. Alar is kind of step up.
Yep,
Don't do anything you wouldn't. So literally, most things are in play. Got it.
But yeah, essentially. Alar, you open the door and you step into the wagon, and the door closes behind Alar, and Alar's gone.
I'll go in next.
All right, Sela steps into the wagon.
I am perceiving.
You're perceiving. We'll handle all things that happen upon entry of the wagon once.
I'm just walking in. I don't care.
Yeah, we're all just
I'll just
going
go.
in.
Okay. You guys,
we're all
one at a time.
going.
You enter. You open the door to this like trooper's caravan. You go inside. As you guys go inside, you enter into a room that is way bigger than the inside of that stagecoach should be. You are in a room that is made of a sort of a dark gray stone. It is 20 feet wide by probably 30 feet long. The ceiling is about 10-15 feet above your head. There is nothing in this room except in the exact center, kind of as was described to you by the kid. There is a something in the center that is kind of like a there's the lever that he described, and there's this thing in the center. There's like a hole in the floor, and then there's like a kind of like a set of safety rails almost around this thing, and you can just hear this sort of like noise as you see that like the thing in the ground seems to be spinning in place.
is this similarly dangerous to the giant spinning debris pile that we had to interact
No,
with?
it is like it is literally there is like a mechanism inside the floor that is rotating in like, imagine basically like floor, right? And then
Yeah.
like there is something in the floor and like it is spinning
Yeah.
around.
Is the room spinning?
Is
or
it a
the floor
Beyblade?
spinning?
It's a yeah, it is a Beyblade.
Hell yeah, let's
Let
go.
it rip. Let it rip, dog.
Where's the bit beast? What's the cursed bit beast? What is it at?
As you guys approach up to this thing, what you see is that the thing that is in the ground that is spinning is an opening, about person-sized, and it is an opening to like a chute. And that chute contains a bright turquoise, highly polished stone slide. And that stone slide is rapidly spinning.
Oh no.
And what you see beneath that stone slide is as that stone slide spins, there are like multiple openings in a like in an outlet beneath. It's basically the thing is like vaguely J-shaped, and it is rapidly spinning so that it faces any one of like multiple openings beneath it that like you do not have access to, save via like you can look to see this thing spinning through like what turns out to be like a clear like high fantasy plexiglass floor. And so like essentially the like this slide opens up into like a different opening as it spins every like split second.
Hell, we're not going to be able to stay together. All right.
Is there is there no lever in?
There is the lever is right next to it.
Does the lever?
Kurt?
Do it,
Oh,
Sila,
the
do it.
lever, Krunk.
Oh, okay.
I was say the lever probably might stop the slide from spinning in circles.
Might. Want
Curtis
me
goes
to activate
first.
it remotely?
I pull the lever.
Never mind.
Curtis or Osrius, you pull the lever, the slide immediately goes and locks into place. It is stationary,
Can a person ride this slide, or is it like a...
person-sized. Osrius, are you holding onto the lever as you pull it and you're holding it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Osrius is holding the lever. The slide is stationary.
Okay, well, it looks like we all get to pick where we go. So,
Oz,
Let's go.
Can you do me a favor?
I don't know, maybe.
Can you let go of the lever?
Why?
I just want to see what happens.
I'll let go of the lever a little bit.
Does the slide start spinning?
Yep. He
Okay.
he lets go a little bit, and as the lever goes like, the slide goes like and starts to move again, and then as he like holds it, it stops. So you have discovered that the slide will be stationary on a particular position as long as it is being held in place by somebody.
Right. So, groups.
How do we know which one to go down?
We don't.
Which path?
You don't know which
We
one
all need to go
works?
down together.
How many paths are there, by the way?
Yeah, so I was going. Can we count?
3
Oh, 3. Okay.
Okay.
paths.
Oh, that's not
Tear
that
off.
bad.
It's not that bad.
Oz, do you want to see if like we can mage hand hold that open?
Yeah. That
Then we
means
could all
that
go down
people-
the same slide.
Okay,
get
well,
together.
somebody try to mage hand it while I have it here.
Okay, Alar casts Mage Hand. Places, All right,
Mage
let her
hand
go.
floats over and holds the lever.
Okay, so I'm going to lightly let it go and see if it holds.
The mage hand does appear to be holding the lever in place.
Okay. Well, that finds our way to get down. Hopefully, to get back up, we don't have to come the same way.
Gods, I hope so. This doesn't have a long range.
Well, this all look good?
Yeah, so it's like with 3 of them, is it straight then left and right? Like if we were like
if you're looking straight down on it, it's sort of like a
Like a triangle?
sort of like a this type of situation. So they're like, if you imagine like an uppercase Y, right? Like one of each holes is at like
okay.
you know what I mean? So it's like you haven't stopped on like one of the branches of this Y.
Okay. Well, let's go.
All
Alright.
together, or
Yeah,
I
screw
mean,
it.
do we want to split up, or do we want to all go together so we don't get lost?
Let's all
We
go
need
together.
to stick together. I think.
The chaos in Victoria's mind wanted to split up, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll stick together, I guess.
All
All right.
right.
Whoever
So-
the first person who's gonna go down is, please roll me a d6.
I'll go.
Ah.
Fuck it.
Fine.
Well, Oz can go first if he wants to.
No, go. Go.
I'm just saying, like, I'm. Oz and Scylla should go first so that if anything happens, we can protect everybody who's small. 6.
That's fine.
6. Okay. All right.
Bye.
Okay. So Scylla disappears. Osrius right after her disappears.
I'll go next.
Yeah, you
Alright,
guys
never
go
mind.
ahead. I'll go last because I gotta hold this for as long as
True.
possible.
Yeah, good point.
Uh,
2.
You all go.
All right.
are we all rolling a dice before we go in, or just Scylla?
Nope,
Nope.
just Scylla, because you're holding
Oh,
holding that thing in place. The dice roll was to see what room you end up in from here. But since you've
Oh, okay.
you've
Alright,
cracked the code on this one, you guys are all going to the same place.
Gotcha.
All right. Mage Hand has a limit of 1 minute, so Walter
Go,
would know that,
go,
and
go,
then kind
go,
of like
go,
just
go.
We shove each other
Yeah,
in.
Alar's just starting to push.
Oh,
me.
everybody!
we're all like triple sliding down.
I
It's like,
throw Walter down.
All right.
Where's Gregory?
I
He
throw
go,
Gregory down.
he's in the mix. He goes down.
I kick
okay.
Rowan to get her to go. Go!
Everybody goes down. Walter jumps down, or Alar jumps down last. As you you kind of go out of range. The spell ends the mage hand dissipates. The lever, you hear the lever go back. And Alar, as you shoot out of the J-shaped top portion of this, you feel like the whoosh of air as you pass into this next part of the slide, and the piece that you guys all jumped through begins to rapidly spin again. So all of you guys go down a truly preposterously, almost boringly long, twisty-turny seesaw, flippy seesaw slide. You're going around loop-de-loops, you're going wee, woo, woo. And it's first it's terrifying because you're in this crazy haunted caravan, and then it's kind of fun, and then it's kind of boring because you guys slide for literally a full minute, just this woo slide. And then eventually, one after the other, you guys are ejected from the slide. I need you to make a dexterity check as you guys come out.
A check or a saving throw?
Actually, let's do it this way. Okay, so, Alar, you are the last person to have gone out. We're gonna go in reverse order. We're gonna make dexterity saving throws. They're gonna get increasingly more difficult. So Alar, make a saving throw.
25.
Okay. Walter, make a saving throw.
Side note: saving throws. Everyone has +3 if they're within a certain number of feet of me. Because
They
of
are
the roll.
definitely within a certain number of feet of Rowan, so you get a
Oh,
plus
in that
3.
case, 15.
Okay. Gregory rolls a 15 also. Rowan.
Rowan would have been in that pile, yeah.
That was a 17.
Okay. Nimue.
25.
All right. Scylla and Osrius.
That is a 19.
Okay.
10.
With your
10?
+3?
Mm-hmm. I
That's
rolled
with
a
your
nut.
plus 3?
Oh, then it's a 13.
Okay. So here's what happens. Scylla, you come out onto a pretty narrow platform that overlooks what seems to be a completely bottomless void. A moment after you kind of come, get to your feet, Osrius hucks out of the slide behind you and kind of bumps you, and you're like, oh shit, okay. You guys stabilize yourself. And then Nimue comes out of the slide, and then Rowan comes out of the slide, and then Gregory comes out of the slide, and then Walter comes out of the slide. So boop, boop, boop. And each time you guys are oh fuck, jostling into each other. As Alar, the last person in the bunch, comes out of the slide and cracks into the back of Walter. The Scooby-Doo-esque bonking of people into people hits Sela, who is the closest to the edge. And Sela, you are knocked over the edge of this void and begin to fall. You have
look, she's flying.
you have a reaction to save yourself. Somebody can assist if they would like.
I'll attempt to grab.
All right, make.
Actually, I have winged boots.
You do have winged boots. Well, you didn't fall, so you're fine.
Yeah. Well, no, I can just. Can I just like wing boot and then
Make
grab?
make a dexterity check to try and grab Sela.
Okay.
Who theoretically can also turn into an owl. Like it's probably
so
fine.
it's athletics,
Dexterity.
dexterity. That is 19 again.
Okay, so Sela like gets bumped off and like begins to go, and Osrius, you just like grab her. Okay.
There you go,
So
buddy.
the group of you successfully make it down into this chamber. You find yourself in a massive chasm. The chasm you see as you look down, the side wall from where you came tapers off, and eventually below you actually turns into another massive slide. However, on the level where you guys are, there is a maybe 4-foot wide plank of heavy wood, balanced, it seems, on a pivot which seems to float in the center of the chasm. It is essentially a gargantuan seesaw. On the other side of the chasm, across this plank of wood, there is a doorway. Leads through here.
Are we?
Wait, where's the doorway?
You're on like a narrow platform below the slide.
Uh-huh.
And there is a seesaw that goes across this massive chasm where, like, if you fall off of it, it leads you to, like, a big slide. And if you get across the chasm, across the seesaw, the other side of the seesaw has the other doorway.
How far away is it?
How far is it? What's the distance roughly?
Let's call it 1 movement's worth of movement, because there's going to be a call for a check to cross it.
I'm
And
just gonna fly.
Osrius clicks his heels and
Gonna fly.
flies across. No check required. You just do that. Like, you are
Just
on the
do
other
it.
side.
Oz, grab Gregory.
Oh, okay, fine.
grab
Grab
Gregory.
Gregory.
Fucking Mary Poppins just carries Gregory across.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, Osrius and Gregory are on the other side.
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my Voyager staff and use a charge to like Misty Step across.
All right,
What do I have?
Walter.
I
Bams.
have bad times involving these things. So
I thought you
I'm
were
just
gonna
be
say-
over here.
I thought you were gonna say a bad knees, so I'm just gonna.
I got bad knees.
I
You know
got
what?
bad
Walter's
knees.
got
Just
bad
gonna,
knees.
we're gonna
It's
misty
fine.
step my way.
Alar is going to look among the lays. Okay, which of you has the worst balance?
Points to Rowan.
Probably me. No, not the worst balance. I am just.
Clunky.
No, yeah, I'm clunky with the armor, but I have okay balance.
Do you trust me to get you safely across?
Yeah, that's not a problem. They
Alright,
can get
trust me.
themselves over.
Alar will put a hand on your shoulder and cast Dimension Door.
I forgot.
Shit.
to do
Laura and
that.
Rowan. You guys appear on the other side. So Sela
road
and
trip.
Nimue, you guys are on the end of the chasm that you began.
now
I'm just
that
gonna.
it-
Wait. Go ahead.
Now that Alar's on the other side, he's going to reach into his pack, break out a rope, and fling it toward you two.
Make an
I mean, I'll
athletics
catch
check.
it.
I was just gonna summon some eagles. I can just summon multiple
I'm just gonna
eagles.
summon
Oh, I was
some
just from
eagles.
an anime jump, but I would not argue with an eagle.
Oh no!
That's only a 9, so
Oh,
probably.
Well, I don't
didn't
even
make it.
touch it. It doesn't reach.
And it just goes like.
You
It
need
falls
your
into the
last-
abyss.
You need your last haul, partner.
Alar is going to, start recoiling the rope. Shit, I should have had.
I mean, if you
Try
want to
that.
anime, if you want to anime jump and go for it, I could also make you into the giant eagle.
So 60 feet is our distance, right? Because it's 1 full move
You could
speed.
make me a giant eagle?
Yes.
for
I
60
kind of
feet.
want to do that, and like as much. Honestly, as much as I'd love to show off to these guys, like I kind of want to do that though. I'm gonna be an eagle.
Just give them the anime jump. and
Okay.
I will get myself
I'm
across.
not gonna lie, if
Oh.
I saw a random bird in this cave somewhere, I'd probably throw a rock at it.
Gonna
Alright.
unsummon Morgan.
So Nimue does a few stretches, and then her tattoos light up, and she activates her Psychonic Leap, and she enemy jumps across.
All right. What is your jump distance that you get here?
Now let's find out.
We'll call this a long jump. You can at least get the 10-foot running start on the plank and then
Aw.
make your jump. And we'll see how far you get. So you got to get 50 feet will get you clean to the other side. Anything less than that, and you are going to have to like do some shit to make it the rest of the way.
Okay. Sure. Hell yeah. No, wait. Yes. Okay, so I get 22 extra feet from the psi boost.
So you have traveled 32 feet of
Okay.
the 60 feet. So you like run a couple of feet onto this like big seesaw. It begins to
Yeah,
like
I'm running.
tip, and then you leap, and you land on the far side of the focal point.
Okay.
And continue to like run as it begins to like.
Yeah.
So since you like negated a lot of the initial tip that there would have been, even though this is counter to the way that physics works, I'm gonna lower the DC on your check. Theoretically,
Cool.
it should be higher because you had less of an angle to work with.
Right,
So now,
right.
but it's D&D, so I'm gonna lower the DC.
Okay.
Make a just make a dexterity, make an acrobatics check to get the rest of the
Okay.
way that you need to go.
Sure.
What's the check?
Yeah. 18 plus 8.
More than enough. So you run. It begins to like the seesaw begins to like tip, and you get to the edge and just like kick, jump off, and land on the platform with the others. And then the seesaw sort of like rights itself back to level. So just Sela on the far side at this point.
You know, I polymorph myself into an owl, and I have the same intelligence that I do as a furbolg. So I feel like there's really not that much of a difference,
you're
even though
fine.
I'm not wild shaped, and I fly on over. As
Not
little
a
owl.
problem. You guys cheese your way past the first room. No
I have
issue.
I have a minor problem. I thought it was 30 feet, not 60 feet, to get to the other side.
Oh, make a dexterity check real quick.
Walter has been in the middle of the fulcrum point, and just got jumped over by Nimue, I think.
Yeah, he sure did. Make a dexterity check.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
I
I
just
don't
like
have
yeet it off your
proficiency.
shoulders.
17.
You're fine. You it's not nearly as cool, but you make the run.
Like Misty steps in the middle. It's like, ah, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Wait for me.
Alright, so everybody has made it. You guys have cleared the room. You walk through the doorway at the opposite end of the room. As you pass through, the last of you passes through, you hear like a little like ba-ba-ba-ba. And you see that you are at the end of a short hallway that leads to a T intersection. At the sort of center of the T intersection, there is a little bit of an alcove. On that alcove, a small, vaguely glowing bottle sits. And then that alcove, then that T intersection splits either left or right. And as you get to that intersection, you see that you have the alcove with the bottle, and then you have left and right. Each of those lead to a door.
Any symbols on the bottle?
No.
Okay.
There's one bottle.
One bottle.
Potion size?
Potion size.
What color?
Bottle color. Miller High Life or Yingling?
Forest green.
Nice.
Yingling. Great.
Yingling. Yeah, it's Yingling.
One
So
and
you
I'll
have-
go left.
You have left and right.
I had left. That's my gut. I go
Nimue
left.
immediately heads left. What's everybody else?
Baylor's gonna pick up the bottle,
Okay. You
and
explore.
he's just gonna
Nothing
stuff it
else.
in his coat. And
Are we sticking together, or you want to explore both directions?
I say stick.
Stick together.
All right, that makes sense.
I'm not. My stat blocks were for wild shape owl, not regular owl. I'm not as smart as I was at all.
It's
I'm
fine,
just
you're
sitting
fine.
on Nimwe's shoulder, being
Sure.
an owl.
Okay.
We can minimize the risk and at least get a quick look at what's over there. Scooter, take a quick look that way, please. He's gonna send Scooter off to the right.
You want us to carry you while you watch his senses?
If you'd be so kind.
I'll lead Alar.
Thank you.
Oz, can you carry? Can you carry? Oh, you're leading Alar. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That works.
I'm just leading him
Does
down.
bridal carry?
No, I'm not. I'm not carrying him like I
Oh,
carry
damn,
Texas.
sad.
I'm just leading him down.
Oh, well,
Okay. Yeah, I go left.
Is everybody going left?
I don't know.
Yep.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody but Scooter.
What? And Scooter's what? Doing what? He's going the other way?
He's reconnoitering. He's going the other way, and I'm looking through
Like
his senses.
senses. Yeah.
Because somebody's just sort of like dragging Alar. Okay.
Yeah,
Wrong.
pretty much.
Alrighty. Okay. Real quick perception check for Scooter.
Let's see. Dirty 20.
Okay. Scooter heads right. Scooter somehow, as a weasel, manages to open that door. Gets through it. Scooter enters into the room beyond. As you guys all enter the room on the left. You see through Scooter's senses that Scooter enters a room. Scooter kind of like looks around. Filled to the brim with basilisks.
Ooh.
Immediately avert my eyes.
Scooter goes, and looks away. There is a door on the other side of the room that Scooter entered into, but it's just full of basilisks, like, wandering around.
Okay. I am going to
You desummon
break the
Scooter.
connection, and then snap
And you-
again, and send them back over here. Okay, we made a good choice.
And as you like come into your senses again, you see that you see what the others have been seeing for a few seconds here. The rest of you have entered into a room that is shaped kind of like a teardrop, right? Narrow at the end that you guys are on, comes to like a rounded, wider, fatter point at the far end. You look directly behind you, and there is an opening in the floor. The opening of that floor has yet another slide leading down. You look across the room, and you see that at the far side of the room, there is a door. Just like the one that you just passed through. As Alar, pops back into his senses and goes we made a good choice. A set of, flagstones on the floor of this chamber slides open, and a statue pops out of the floor.
Oh.
Kind of like a Jack-in-the-Box. And the statue goes... And I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Charm effect?
+3 to everybody because I'm here.
I actually have to look up a spell real quick. I think so.
I got
let
a
me double check.
19 with the +3, so.
Okay. So,
22 with the +3, I think.
20 with the +3. Thank you.
Yeah, 16 with the +3.
Right. If it's not advantage, the lower roll is 18.
17.
15 with my owl stats because I'm not myself right now.
Okay, so anybody that rolled, I think this is just Sela.
Or Owla.
A lower than a 16.
Yeah,
Just Sela, right?
How did
Terrified.
Gregory do?
Terrified. Oh shit! I forgot to roll for Gregory.
Gregory.
Gregory rolls a 10. Gregory uber fails.
Oh,
Anyway, you gotta hold me back.
Gregory, and Owl Sela immediately go no! You are affected by the fear spell, and what that causes you to do is immediately use your reaction to move to the furthest, safe location away from the statue that you can. Which means that Gregory and Sela both go, "Ah!" and "Ah!" or whatever noise owls make when they're startled. And they jump off onto the slide and slide down and away and immediately vanish from your sight,
Oh
and they
my
are gone.
god, I couldn't grab Sela. She was on my
No,
shoulder.
they
Oh,
disappear.
My little bird,
Damn
little
it.
bird, my little feet up, going down the slide.
I say the idea of an owl sliding down a slide is adorable to me.
The rest of you resist the fear effect of this statue, and nothing else seems to be happening.
Down the
Is
slide.
there anything
Down
on the
the
other
slide,
side?
I go after my bird.
Punch the statue.
Do you want to punch the statue? I'll fight the statue with you. I'll back you up.
You
Yeah,
punch.
just hit it
Roll
really
to
hard.
roll to hit with your fist.
I
Yeah.
follow
Roll to
Sela.
hit.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Does this statue look like a person?
I think the statue looks like a wacky waving inflatable arm flame.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Oh,
sure
hell
we
yeah.
weren't accidentally, punching an ensorcelled victim.
That's
They
their
would
problem.
learn a lesson now, wouldn't
Jesus
they? 24.
24. You just run up and just like punch this statue in the center of its like wacky waving inflatable arm flailing torso, and you shatter it in half, and it just like rumbles. Is immediately destroyed.
Alright.
Nimue, you said you're just like, no, and you jump down the slide. All right, Nimue jumps down the slide.
Go by her gut right now.
You hear, no, and then nothing. She disappears.
Right. Well, the thing has been taken care of. Now it's time to jump down the slide, I guess.
Alright, you want to go down the slide?
I yell down the slide. Nimue?
Do we really have any other choice?
There's a door
I
at
could
the
have
other side of the
gotten
room.
Gregory. I could have gotten Gregory and I back up.
Oh, I guess we could go through the door. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll go through the door.
Wait. Nimue? You guys down there? Do they hear me?
You get no
No,
response.
My friends are down there.
So you're jumping
You gotta
down
sneak-
with your friends?
I'm jumping down with my friends. And Gregory, because he went, like, we just had this whole thing at the
Gonna-
beginning.
I'm gonna bring Morgan back and just be like, if you're going down ALR, I'm gonna stay up here with Oz and see what's the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Take Morgan. Just. fucking-
I'm gonna hand Scooter off to Walter. Here.
Yeah, we'll
That's
it's familiar phones.
Yep.
Woo!
I jumped
Alright,
down.
and Alar is.
Rowan and Aylar both jump down the slide.
Yeah.
Okay. Aylar jumps down the slide. Rowan jumps down the slide. They both disappear. About a half a second after Aylar and Rowan disappeared down the slide, Scooter goes. and
Oh.
disappears.
Boy,
And I
hope
don't
he
know.
was
Is this a
Morgan
thing that you
also.
Is this a thing that you can feel? Because if Morgan goes down the slide,
She does,
um,
yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can tell if my drops 0 hit points, leaves no physical form, reappears when you cast a spell as an action, you temporarily dismiss to a pocket dimension, or dismiss it forever.
I think you don't sense anything from
Whenever the familiar drops 0,
Is this
Leaf-
changing planes or is this dispelling magic? I guess we don't know.
Yeah.
If it's dispelling magic, I'm not an owl anymore. If we're changing planes, I'm still an owl.
Don't worry about that for you guys.
'Kay.
Osrius and Walter as the two survivors.
let's
You
just
guys-
go into the
there's
next
a-
room.
There's a door at the end of this room. You get to the end of this. Osrius just one punch man to the statue. You guys
Yep.
walk to the end of the hallway. There is another T intersection. There is another alcove. There is another potion in the alcove, and then there is a left and a right.
Does this potion look different?
It does look different. This one is like electric yellow.
Piss. Cave piss. Awesome.
There's a
It-
potion of cave piss. How'd you guess?
Oz, do you have that bottle that Alar picked up, or did he take it with him down the slide?
He took it with him.
Great. You want to go left again, or you want to go right this time?
Let's keep going left.
I mean, yeah, why not? We'll just keep going left.
Left
Go
it
further
is.
and further left.
Oh, we
until
take the
go
bottle.
all way to
Shouldn't we
other
take
side.
the bottle?
Yeah, I'll take the bottle. Fine.
Okay,
Yeah, I was about to say, just take the bottle. Take the electric piss.
I sniff it. Does it smell like piss?
Yeah.
It does not.
Smells like piss.
Smells like static electricity.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Smells like Pikachu in a bottle, though.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Choose
the
you.
potion of
Potion.
The corridor continues as you pass through that door. Eventually, it drops. The level of the floor drops into drops level into a shallow pool of water, so that you are sort of standing in, 2 or 3 feet of water.
Is it like a room full of water? Is it a corridor of
It is
water?
a corridor that, as you proceed further in, water descend into, you kind of lower into water that is like knee height.
Keep going. You want to try to
Yeah,
keep walking?
just keep going.
You gonna dump this static electricity potion into the
Nope,
water and electrocute
nope.
ourselves?
I would like to not toaster oven ourselves.
Make
Alright.
either an investigation or arcana check.
Arcana.
You should probably do the Arcana.
Oh, I probably shouldn't. Investigation's the much better option.
And do whatever.
23.
As you guys proceed into this corridor, as you walk, you watch as the two of you enter and proceed in, and your bodies begin to displace the water. And the water level begins to rise ever so slightly. Walter, you notice they are darkened and they are very subtle, but there are runes carved into the wall. They are just
What do they
above the
say?
water line. They don't say anything. They are like spell runes.
Gotcha.
They, as you guys walk further in, the displacement of water of your two bodies going deeper into the hallway is lifting the water level, and the water level when you catch onto this, the water level has risen to a quarter of an inch below these sigils.
How long is this corridor?
50 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna stop us as soon as I see that, and I'm gonna say, Oz, can you fly us across the rest of this?
Sure.
Do you have enough?
Yeah.
I don't remember if wing boots are equivalent to your movement speed or have a set amount of total feet you can move as flying.
Wing boots or duration up to 4 hours. Use
Oz
boots
has,
to fly up to
Oz
4
has
hours.
actually been flying this whole time. We just didn't mention
Yeah.
it until right now.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
send at a rate of 30. So yeah, just
All right.
yeah.
No
We're
problem.
just gonna fly through because I was like, oh boy.
He picks you up out of the water.
do 40 feet. I
you
do 40
see-
feet of flying. So
Okay, so you see that you do 40 feet of flying?
so it's while you wear these boots, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed. So my walking is 40 feet.
So you just fly 40 feet per round.
Yeah,
That's all.
Okay.
that's
You
what
can
I'm
stay
saying.
in
That's
here.
all.
You can
Limited
stay
Yeah,
in here.
yeah.
Okay. So you carry Walter across the corridor. As you are lifted up, the water level descends below the further away from the ruins. You guys fly to the far side where the floor level comes up again, and you can drop down onto solid ground. You get to the other side of this room, and there is once again an alcove containing a potion, an alcove, and then a T intersection. No, actually, I'm sorry.
We hit the edge.
There is not a T alcove. There is an alcove, and then there is one door.
Okay.
Is
There's
there a
no
potion in
potion?
the alcove?
There is a potion in the alcove. Make an Arcana
Okay.
check, both of you.
Plus 0 Arcana. Let's do this.
Oh, I got a 20. It's a 19 plus 1.
Okay, nat 20.
Hold on. Let me go.
Not nat 20, it's just regular 20.
Oh.
Generic 20.
Ooh, is there 15?
15. With a 15 out of 20, both of you have recognized this as a healing potion.
Ooh, shit.
This is a potion of greater healing.
Take it. It's all yours.
Okay.
I have the static potions, so you can have the healing potion. I'm sure it'll be more necessary for you.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
As you can survive.
It's a greater healing potion.
Can I? And I don't really know what this electric potion is. I have. It's just yellow.
It is a
Go static.
and unless you take the time to try and check it.
Nah, I want to get through this. I want to get through this puzzle and hopefully find a pile of friends
Did
somewhere at
you-
the bottom of a slide.
Did you say greater healing potion?
Greater healing.
Right. You ready for this door?
Yeah. Door
Uh,
ready.
How long is this? That's only 1 minute.
Don't tell
Okay.
me you gotta pick the lock. Just
I
go
mean,
through it.
I'll test the door.
You open the door. The room that you enter is by far the largest room that you have encountered so far. There is a massive domed ceiling carved out of rock. The radius of the room is at least 80 feet. The far end from the entrance where you guys enter is a massive, magnificent, glittering door. It is impressive, this room. Unlike the walls, which are still rough stone, the floor is flattened and polished to a glimmering sheen. Into the floor, as you look, there are carved 5 massive murals of what you take to be dragons. There are these reptilian winged creatures. There are 5 large dragons, murals of dragons. There are also 5 large vessels in different colors: blue, red, yellow, green, and white. As you approach them, you kind of look and you see that the water inside, there is water inside of each of these vessels, and they have been dyed the same color as the vase: blue, red, yellow, green, and white.
Are they vessels that are like person size, or is something we can pick up? And does it look like, if it's something we can pick up, does it look like there's a place we can put them?
I don't know. Let me figure out, because I'm reading from a thing here, and I think that this room doesn't make sense.
I was gonna say, I don't know if like I'm RPing a 12 intelligence character or I have -4 to intelligence checks, but
Here's what we're gonna say.
I'm trying to understand.
The dragons, based on the fact that I think this room is psychotic, the the dragons are colorless. They're like in like a sepia tone.
Gotcha.
And as you look at them, the like mouths of the dragons in this floor have a like basin into which you could pour colors.
Sure. Okay.
So
Now, I think what they mean is the imagery is of a sepia-toned equivalent to those.
That is not in the description. I made that up right now because I have had to create a solution to a puzzle which does not exist in the thing that I'm reading from.
Red, okay. So, given that dragons don't friggin' exist in this world, and we have no idea what any of them look
do.
like,
They are thought to be extinct.
Okay. So, but we can't find any kind of text about them. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to figure out which one goes in which mouth hole.
What is the pictures of the dragons display?
Okay,
Can I just look at one of them?
Yes. So your colors. Let's go again. Your colors are blue, red, yellow, green, white. Your 5 dragons. One of the dragons is on what appears to be like a snow-covered stony peak. One of the dragons is what appears to be like a sort of like bubbling, fetid marshland. One of the dragons is in what appears to be like the sky or like the heavens or something like that. There's like clouds and what you gauge to be colorless rays of sunlight. One of the dragons is in a what almost looks like a crystalline sort of cave in the sepia tone, and one of the dragons is among what clearly looks to be like flows of like molten rock and like lava and stuff.
Well, I'm going to look at Walter and being like, health potion, red, lava, red,
basin, vessel
Yeah.
with red water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
so-
Let's try to big brain our way through the color matching to the. I know the order in the order you said them, but like, do you want us to like try to figure out if our characters can know that, or do you want us to just solve the puzzles and move on with this?
Solve the puzzles and move on.
White for Snowy Peak, Fetid Marsh is green, Sky Heavens is blue, Crystalline Cave is yellow, Volcano Lava Flows is red.
Walter pours water into these basins. One more time and slowly for me.
White is Snowy Peak, as that is a hopefully that kind of dragon. Blue is Sky Heavens.
Walter pours the blue into the like heavenly looking dragon, and Walter fucking disappears.
Whoop!
Woo!
Osrius, you are alone in the chamber.
Woo!
And then there was one.
Do I even have any of the things?
Yeah, you've got the.
There's
you've
just
got
like
the vessel.
basins of water that you can take over to these dragon murals and pour them into the floor.
Okay.
So you have.
I didn't do red yet.
So I'll do the red one. Can I put the red one?
So red you pour into the one that looks like it has lava?
Yeah.
No problem. You do that, nothing happens.
Okay, so we have. I tried to write them down too. We have white
Right, so
done.
you have blue. The colors of water that you have are blue,
Blue,
red,
yeah.
yellow, green, and white.
Yes. Okay.
The dragons
So
that you
white
have.
and red.
The dragons that you have are a snowy peak,
Which I put white in.
Yes.
which he put white
is
in,
done.
and nothing happened. That was fine. You have a bubbling marsh. You have
Which he
like
put
which he did
put
not.
blue
which
in.
He didn't.
I
when
didn't
he-
say that I put green in it because I skipped to blue like a friggin' idiot.
Yeah.
So you have a
But it's
bubbling
fine, 'cause
marsh.
that means-
You have like a sky sort of scene. You have an icy, or crystalline domain,
Okay.
and then you have like the lava where you put the red.
Okay. So this is how it's gonna go. We did what? Do I have to start over again, or can we just?
You have
leave
to
off?
start over again. No, I mean, like, you did red, right? Like, you have to start from the beginning. So you did red, that was fine. We can say that you did white because we know that he got that one right.
Okay.
So you
the
have red
next
and white.
one-
You have 3 more to do.
Yes. So the next one that Walter just appeared at, we're gonna put with the green one at the
Green one.
bubbling marsh.
Green one goes in the bubbling marsh. Good, nothing
Green
happens.
one goes in the bubbling marsh.
That's not the one I put.
It's not, but Osrius did it right, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So
I
you
just- I
have
don't know-
you have blue and you have yellow water
Yeah.
left. And
Yeah,
you
so
have
yellow-
a crystalline landscape and like the heavens.
Yes. So the heavens is the yellow, and the crystalline landscape is the blue.
You boop, 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 you pour those in. You again hear like a ba 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 ba, and that like massive
Shit, do I get
door.
treasure?
That massive door goes like. Opens up.
Raise my hands and succinctly. Yay!
The lone survivor, Osrius.
I'm glad he's the one with the healing potion, because my god.
There is a corridor beyond the massive door, and down that corridor is a chamber beyond. In the center of that chamber, you see sits a figure on like a stool of some sort, illuminated by like a shaft of light, and that is all that you can see.
Damn. Is it still my turn?
You're the only one left.
You're the only one left. It's up to you to solve
Okay.
this puzzle or
Okay. I go to I walk. I start walking towards them, but very cautiously.
Okay. You walk forward.
yes.
The massive like gilded doors close behind you as you enter into this chamber. You walk out of the hallway into the chamber at large. It is a massive circular chamber. There is a single beam of light that you cannot determine the source of coming down, illuminating this figure. The rest of the chamber is illuminated enough in the ambient light that you can see the features along the walls are a number of these like alcoves in the walls. And inside these alcoves, you see these sort of like piles of misshapen matter. Please roll me a perception check.
Got you. Got you, dog. D20. That is a dirty 20.
Inside these alcoves, there are dozens of them. Inside of each of these alcoves, they are filled with piles of overflowing, sprawling bones. Bones that appear to be human, elven, gnomish, dwarvish, dragonborn, all sorts of mortal races.
Nice.
In a handful of these alcoves, you see few individuals that you recognize only by the sort of colorful circus garb that they wear and the description that you were given as the missing members of the Grimaldi Circus, as well as the members of the party that you entered this wagon into. You see
Oh
Walter,
no!
you see Rowan, you see Celia, you see Nimue, you see Alar. They are in individual alcoves. There are bars in front of these alcoves, but they are very far apart. They are not like close enough together to keep people from just walking between them. But you see each of your various party members in these Gregory. Oh, I forgot to name him. Individually in these alcoves, and they are just like kind of laying atop the like pile of bones. Their eyes are open, but they are staring sort of dreamlike into space, unmoving. The figure in the center of the room, as you kind of approach cautiously, turns to look at you. And as it does, there is a sort of like merry little jingling of these like bells on the ends of its tri-cornered hat.
Okay.
A creature sits in front of you wearing what you would best describe as a jester's outfit. However, the creature in the outfit is nothing that you have ever seen before. It is vaguely humanoid, but the resemblance ends there. Its skin is alabaster bone white. Its eyes are sort of these like sucked in holes in its head. Its smile extends beyond what the bones of its face should be capable of supporting, and it looks up at you and it says, "You're the winner."
Okay. What do I win?
You can take your prize and go. And it, with like far too many cracks for the amount of bones that should be in an arm, goes like and extends a hand towards you and opens it up, and there is like a vaguely like a nondescript shiny thing in its hand, and it says, "You can take the prize, the splendiferous bauble, and go. You're the victor."
Start walking up. Be like, as much as I would like to accept that gift, so much I would love to accept that gift. I have my friends over there that I would also like to leave with, if at all possible. I mean, how many winners have you had really come through here to sweeten the deal?
Holds up.
And I
just have the one bauble. Your friends lost. They're mine now.
Why is this your Furby voice?
Can I take it? Okay.
I didn't even think of that. That's what we're gonna do from now on.
I don't want to take it and then disappear. It's be like, come on, can we work something out? I can't really leave here with it.
Do you think you could kill me?
I mean, I mean, I would like to try to not go down that route. Really, I'm a very pleasant man to be around. So fair is fair.
Those are your options, tall, bald man. You can take your price and leave, or you can try to kill me, and perhaps to live with your friends. Do not be offended. I will not mind if you try to kill me. I so enjoy it when people make the attempt.
Is there can I get any feeling of like trying to get them? Wait, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at them, reach out my hand for them to give me the thing, being
Okay.
like, okay, fine.
It hands you the thing.
It immediately I just want to slash at it, but while
Okay.
grabbing onto it.
Everybody roll initiative.
Everybody.
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 But I definitely want to grab like onto its
24.
hand.
18.
19.
Wow, so much for advantage.
How does a 6 sound?
Man,
Better than my 5.
I rolled
Yeah.
advantage.
Hit your head and landed down.
I rolled advantage, rolled a 5 and a 3. So I have
You're
7.
Yeah.
Yes. No, 8. No, I'm 8 because I have a
8.
+3 and a
Oh, lucky.
show. Very
Go ahead.
dexterity.
Who had the 6? 8.
I had the 6. Walter had the 6.
Okay.
Is Gregory waking up for this part, or?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay. Here's what happens. Let's change this real quick.
Better not be no goddamn Calliope music. I'm not dying twice to that shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's
If I-
Calliope music.
Only I had Calliope music.
You know you do.
No, not that I can play via this. Unfortunately for all of us.
Surprised you didn't like make a mask out of your pizza Furby and just use that as your DM
Out of a
mask.
pizza box, it's just a greasy pizza box. It just
Yeah.
start playing that way.
No,
Nimue.
the baby like pizza Furby. Ugh.
You're going to be the first in the initiative here. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I have advantage, so I got a nat 20 and a 15 plus nothing, I don't think, at the moment.
Okay. Roll 1d4, please.
Four.
4. Okay. As we begin into this combat, Osrius, it goes to hand Osrius this bauble that it has. He grabs the wrist and goes to slash at it, and it begins to go. And as this like hideous laughter fills the chamber, those of you already like under its power, you are dragged into like this like nightmare state in your fitful incapacitation. Nimue, you succeeded on the wisdom saving throw. You are still incapacitated, but nothing further has happened to you. Rowan, wisdom saving throw.
If I could get around the cat, that'd be great. I'm just gonna hold my dice tray in my hands.
Cat moves you.
Okay. Roll wisdom saving throw. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, roll a 1d4.
I can do math. That's a 4 as well.
Okay. Alar, roll a wisdom saving throw. This is
charm
not a
effect?
charm effect. No.
Okay. $21.
Okay. Roll a 1d4.
Jesus Christ. 4.
Okay. All right. The creature is going to take its turn. You grab this thing's hand, Osrius, and it kind of like cricks its head to look down at the hand that you have grabbed, and it goes, "Oh, good. I hoped it would come to this." It is going to cast a spell. You called inflict wounds.
It's called I'll fuck my bones.
Okay, where's the description? Oh, okay, it's gonna roll the hit. Does a Christ? Does a 29 hit?
Real funny. Real funny.
Just misses.
Oh no, I missed. Azrius, you are going to take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Damn.
As it like you grab its wrist, and then like 100 wrist joints dislocate, and its hand fully turns around and grabs your wrist.
Ugh.
And like a shock of necrotic magic like surges through you, and it goes, "Oh, good. I had been hoping someone would put up a fight."
Is he still holding the cursed item?
It's like no, it's in your.
It's in
the thing
I
that he
still
was
have
giving
it?
you is in your hand now.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Gregory is gonna make a wisdom saving throw. Gregory succeeds. He will roll a d4. Gregory gets a 2. Osrius, it's your turn.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're next to
Yes.
Walter.
Yep.
I am going to rage first of all.
Sure.
Yep. I'm going to rage, and then at that point, he's going to get first off fire damage,
Fire damage. Yep.
3 fire damage, and I'm
Okay.
going to hit him with the vicious great axe.
Alrighty, roll the hit.
Yeah, that's if I get a 20, then does some stuff. Can I
Yep.
attack
That's
twice?
nice.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's
attack
nice.
twice too.
Hit.
Well, one of those is a 16, and the other one is a 19.
The 19 will hit.
Damn. 1d12. Swear.
Remember to add your your extra rage damage as well.
Yep. So that is going to be, what is it? Plus 3. That is going to be 16 points damage. 16 points of damage and 3 points of fire damage.
Alrighty, so 19 total. I'm gonna have him make a con save real quick. Okay. You slash him with the axe at point blank. He goes like, Walter, that's gonna bring us to you. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
You got it. Oh, you fucking kidding me? It's a 6.
Walter, you take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
And roll me a 1d4, please.
Got it. 65 originally. And I take how many? 14 points?
14 points of necrotic damage.
A 1d4.
And then roll a 1d4.
Oh shit, it's a 3.
Okay, 3. Sela, please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Am I myself again?
You are yourself because you went incapacitated in this chamber here.
Oh my god, that dice roll just went everywhere. A wisdom save, 18.
Okay. You succeed on the wisdom save. Please roll me a 1d4.
4.
Oh my god. Okay. Top of the order, Nimue. Please roll me a
E.
wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So 17. with
Okay.
advantage.
Alrighty. Nimue, you sort of like you begin to like wake yourself to consciousness. Not that Nimue has any context for this, but if you've ever been like put under anesthesia when you have like surgery, and when you like start to wake up, but you're like, oh my god, my eyelids weigh like 1,000,000 pounds.
I mean, I kind of did with the creepy, like.
Sure,
dude.
yeah, it's kind of similar to that. You have shaved with the success of your roll there. You have shaved essentially you have shaved an extra like round off of your like the effect of this. Essentially,
Okay.
what is happening here, if it's not clear at this point, is this creature has you guys under some sort of effect, and both you guys and like the damage that Osrius is inflicting on it is like sort of reducing the countdown to trying to snap you guys awake to join the fight. Failing the saving throw, as you saw from Walter, it basically like is sapping life from you guys. So Walter's the only one who's failed one yet. Y'all are kind of entering into your second round of initiative here. Like, successes will reduce your countdown, failures will result in like damage taking, and then Osrius, depending on how hard he hits this thing, can help you guys to break out.
Wake up. Okay, got it.
Oh, damn.
So I'm not fully awake, but I'm.
You are not
like,
awake,
getting
but
there.
you have started to rouse yourself.
Okay, gotcha. I'm assuming that was like the end of my turn. I make the save, right?
That's your turn. Yep.
Okay.
Rowan, wisdom saving throw.
18.
18. Same thing. You begin to wake up. You're not fully like able to kind of grasp your senses yet, but you begin to come to. You realize you're like sort of in a chamber. You hear this sort of like hideous, hysterical giggling, and you hear the sound of like an axe hitting something like bony and too solid for what you like feel like it should sound like. Alar, wisdom saving throw, please.
Natural 20, 22.
Oh, with a natural 20. Alar, you're in your subconscious, you cast a mage hand and it slaps you awake. Alar, you wake up. You come to consciousness. You see you're in this chamber. You see the other members of your party and presumably the Grimaldi Circus is like victims in these alcoves around this central space. You see Osrius grappled with this sort of like mummified, cursed jester
Funny
creature.
man.
How far away is the creature? Can I
That's
take an action? Or is the...
Yes, you can
Okay.
take an action. With your natural 20, you have like broken completely free of this on your turn here. He's about 60 feet from you.
Let me see. Wake the others, harm the creature. Wake the others, harm the creature. Harm the creature. Wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. That's a 19.
Very loud clang of a bell, but nothing happens. And
Matt, question. Sorry to interrupt, but my first round was a nat 20.
Was it?
Did I not wake up? Yeah, I said
Did
nat
I
20.
miss that?
I said with advantage. I got a nat 20 and a 15.
Oh shit! I completely missed that.
I think I only heard the 15 too, so might have cut out.
Unless it was something different. Like if it's fine.
The
It was the
very
first-
when you first came down here.
You said yeah, and then I rolled a d4.
Okay.
After
yeah,
I snapped
yes.
one.
Sorry. Yeah, you're good. It was. The first round was a different jam.
Okay, just checking.
Okay. Although I did not hear the nat 20. It doesn't necessarily change your effect though. Okay.
If nothing
Um,
happens, then Alar is going to start trying to, climb out of the bars to get into the fight.
That's no problem. It's difficult terrain, so you gotta kind of scooch out, but you are out.
All right.
Okay.
Then yeah. Hey, hold him still, Oz. I'm coming.
Alrighty. This creature is going to inflict wounds on Osrius again on its turn. So Osrius, it's another attack roll against you. This time it is a.
Eat me.
That's an 18.
Damn, matches my AC.
Ooh, just gets you. Okay.
I'm gonna powerful build that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, stone endurance it.
You're gonna take 16 points of necrotic damage, and then the stone endurance. You can reduce what? Were you reduced by d6?
1d12 plus 3.
D12. Okay.
Yeah.
So 16 necrotic damage.
So that is 9.
So you reduced by 9. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty.
So you said 16 minus 9?
16 minus 9. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Gregory fails his roll. Gregory takes 16 points of necrotic damage. He does kind of start to wake up, though. Kind of like struggles awake a little bit. Walter, that brings us to you.
Okay, so what am I doing? I have to do a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
first,
saving throw.
right?
Yes.
Alright, so we're gonna roll a real dice. We're gonna roll my rock dice, my Walter dice. He fights at natural 1. God damn it.
Ooh.
Nat
so that's
1?
A 5. It's a natural 1, but it's 5 total.
Okay. You take 20 points of necrotic damage.
My bones. I almost put 200.
And your
Ooh.
timer, the nat 1, does not tick down. Okay. That will bring us to Sela.
I figured if you
Wisdom
put
saving throw,
200,
please.
you would just glow.
I didn't. Matt, what did you say?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
No, it's a 10. It's a natural
10. Okay. Your thing will tick down. Sealy, you are going to take 10 points of necrotic damage. You are still pretty deep into this thing's spell here. Alright, Nimue, top of the order. Go ahead and make that wisdom saving throw.
16.
With a 16... Actually, hang on. With a 16, Nimue, you take 15 points of necrotic damage. But...
And I'm incapacitated, so I can't use my superiority die to help me, right?
You cannot use your superiority die to help you, so you take the full damage. However, you do wake up.
Oh.
You come to full consciousness. This thing's like concentration or holding you under this psychic spell is wavering enough that as you kind of this battle continues, it's like punching Osrius over and over again. You wake up, you are racked with this terrible pain. It is sucking life force away from you, but you are awake. You still have your action and your move and stuff on your turn. You see the scene set before you. Your
And
timer has
I'm
ticked
in
to 0.
bars.
You're in bars, but they're symbolic bars. You can just step through them without even having to worry about it. It's gonna take you difficult terrain to shamble out of the mound of mortal beings' bones that you find yourself laying in. But you can easily get out of the space.
How far away is the monster dude?
It's about 60 feet from you.
Okay. It's gonna take me movement to get standing, and then difficult terrain to get through. So I probably can only get through to the other side of the bars.
We'll call it 15 feet of movement speed to get up and out of the alcove that you're in to the center of this chamber.
Okay, and then I'll use the rest of 15 to get as close as I can, and then pull up my longbow, which I hope I still have.
Sure, you do.
And I will shoot twice.
All right, roll to hit 2 times.
19 plus 8.
That definitely hits.
Uh, 12 damage
Okay.
on the first one. 22 to hit.
22 also hits.
Oh, that is 10 damage. And you know what? Screw it. I'm going to action surge and try to hit 2 more times.
Oh, okay. Roll again.
do
Roll to
it.
hit again 2 more times.
I'm pretty sure it hit 16 plus 8,
Yep.
24.
and then a dirty 20 to hit.
Well, yes, both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage 2 more times.
9 damage.
Okay.
13 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's not even using any of my psi powders. That's just
And
nice.
he rolls on 2 of those Constitution saving throws. He rolls a 2 and a 4. Which means he fails on his concentration, which means everybody wakes up.
Look at his ass.
You fire arrows into him. Each time the arrow hits him, he goes like, and on the the final arrow that strikes him, it hits him in the side of the head, and he goes like, and there's sort of this pulse through the room. Those of you who have not woken up yet, you snap fully to consciousness if you've been yanked out of a deep dream. You survey the scene around you. There is this creature. It is tangling with Osrius. Nimue is sort of in the hallway. Alar is sort of in the chamber. They are spells and arrows firing into this thing. Some of you see the Grimaldi Circus people also kind of wake up and begin to look around. That is going to bring us to Rowan. You are awake. It is your turn. You are 60 feet away from a creature. You need to use 15 feet of movement speed to get out of the chamber you are in, which will bring you 50 feet from it. Or 55 feet from it.
I'm 60 feet away from it.
You are 60 feet away from it from where you are laying, yes.
Okay. Sucks to not have any distance things without potentially hurting my friends. Alright, screw it. I'm just getting up and
Just do it. Fucking hurt people. Do it, girl. It's a
Do it.
Wait, who's right near
kill.
Just
creature?
Osrius.
Just
Just
us.
us.
I feel like
Well,
all the
it's
characters
cool.
with Oz in that situation.
If he
It's-
takes
it's
damage,
cool.
it helps him in the long run to maintain his rage, right? So
Eh,
I mean, he's gonna keep hitting me, but it doesn't matter. Just go.
Rowan is so mad about everything.
Yep.
Fuck it. Oz, I love you. I'm casting Moonbeam on this bitch.
It's fine.
you cast Moonbeam. Dexterity saving throws, I believe, from Osrius and the creature.
One of the best spells
How-
ever.
How big is
Oh.
Moonbeam?
Creature rolls a 7.
It's like a 5-foot diameter.
It and Osrius are essentially sharing the same
Yeah,
space.
or
though. They're hugging
less
each
than
other.
half.
Five
It's
foot radius.
Dexterity saving throw.
5-foot radius.
Yeah.
5-foot radius? Okay.
Dexterity saving.
Okay, so it
Did
only
not
needs one
make it.
square.
So that's
Neither did the creature, so
nine.
they will both
Yeah.
take full damage on their turns.
Okay, so 2d10s.
Okay, so that single shaft of light from above grows in intensity and becomes this almost pearlescent silvery beam of light that is striking down on Osrius and this creature. Okay, anything else, Rowan?
It's 18 damage for it.
They take that now, yeah, and then on their turn they gotta repeat the save.
I believe so. On each.
When
Yeah,
it
when a
starts,
creature enters the spell's
enters-
area
yeah,
for the
okay.
first time, or on its turn, or starts its turn in there, it's engulfed in flame.
okay. So the creature goes
And then I'm gonna
And-
walk out as far as I
you
can.
walk out. Okay. Alrighty, Alar, your turn.
Alar finally gets into the scrap. I am going to attack using Booming Blade, using
Alright.
the sword whose name I will never mention.
Hmm.
And 17 plus 25 to hit.
That hits.
He's engaged, so sneak attack. So 10, yeah, that's not great. 1d8 plus 4. 9 plus 10, and then booming blade attack. The hell is booming blade? There it is. So 19 points piercing,
Okay.
2 points thunder, and it now has. Is it immune to a fear effect?
Yes.
Okay, then the other part doesn't take effect.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right. So you
I finally gotten into the scrap.
stab into this thing. Alrighty, that is gonna bring us to its turn. As you stab into it, it goes like. I had hoped that you would all wake up. This is much more entertaining, and perhaps if you do a good enough job, it will keep me from coming back for you later. And it is going to inflict wounds on Osrius again. That is a 20 plus. Osrius, you are going to take 21 points of necrotic damage. That is its turn. That's going to bring us to Gregory. Gregory's going to use his full movement to get out of the bone pile and draw his sword and head towards the creature. But with the difficult terrain of getting out of the bone pile, he's not able to make it this turn. So that's all he's going to do. Osrius, that brings us to you.
Okay, so what's with the moonbeam stuff? If I start my turn in here,
Oh shit! Actually, it needs. Let me go back real quick. It gets a 17. Rowan, roll moonbeam damage again because it's going to take half damage on its turn. And then you need to make another dex save.
That was 9 points of damage on that only.
Okay.
And then
So it takes another 9 points of damage. Seems to ignore the moonbeam entirely, even as it like begins to like smoke in the beam.
my deck save is a dirty 20.
All right, so you'll take half.
Also, actually, I don't think. I think I even take half of that because I have a resistance to fire. Is it fire damage?
Radiant.
radiant.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a resistance.
It's only
to
3
fire
damage for me this round for you. So
Oh,
it's just
3.
like
That's
a
fine.
point.
Yeah,
So you're fine.
Okay.
just get beat up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a sting. It's like a sunburn that's
Alrighty.
left.
It's fine. I'm gonna hit him twice.
All right, roll to hit.
Still raging. So that is a 21 to hit on one and an
Hits.
18 on the other.
Both hit. Roll the
Cool,
damage
cool, cool,
twice.
That is 17. First one is 17, and the other one is 9.
17 damage and 9 damage.
Oh, and he also gets put on fire for 3 damage.
Okay. 3 more damage. Okay.
Nice.
He's just giggling the whole time as you like slash into him. Like, but he does seem to be getting pretty beat up. You guys are definitely making an impact here. That is going to bring us to Walter.
All right, so a few clarifying questions real fast. I want to slow it down too much. Walter wakes up. He's like at half health. He got fucked up by something in his dreams. He looks up. He sees everybody's fighting this weird clown monster.
Yes.
And he sees himself in a room full of bones. Just bones. It's a bone room.
You are laying in. You are the center. The center of the room is a circular room in which this like creature was sitting on like a stool. That's where the center of the fighting is going. The room itself is empty. around the outskirts of the room are all of these alcoves, and each of these alcoves are like literal piles of like mortal sentient being remains,
Okay, so these are corpses.
corpse bones.
I don't know if you see where I'm leading the question to, but I'm going to Walter's going to like look and hopefully intuit that these are its victims, and he's gonna like be very tired. So he's gonna be like, I think they should have a chance at revenge, and I'm gonna cast Dance Macabre on 5 of the corpses, and I'm gonna raise 5 skeletons, and I'm gonna sick them on this guy.
Do they act on your initiative, or do they act on their own initiative?
They just have act on mine. It's way
Okay.
easier than managing 5 skeletons. I have them up here to manage. They get a bonus to damage based on my spellcasting modifier, but like otherwise, I made a second encounter with 5 skeletons.
Okay, so I think what happens is that 5 skeletons come together, but they are definitely not 5 skeletons like made of bones that came from the same 5 people. Like, they are 5 skeletons made out of like a bunch of different people's bones. So like they have like mismatched sized like arms and legs and torsos and rib cages and skulls and things like that. And they kind of like shamble up out of this pile and begin to like clatter towards the center of this room. They're not going to be able to get to this thing on their turn, as they have the same restrictions everybody else does, is that they're like too far away.
Right.
With a full dash, they can get close.
They're going to. I guess you know what, they're gonna dash their way there.
If they dash, they can like they'll be within a single move action, as they like clatter.
And
and this
Walter's
thing
gonna
like
Walter's gonna hang back.
this thing like turns its head as it sees like all of these skeletons coming towards it, and it looks back and it kind of looks at the group of you and it goes like, yes, cruel ironies, perfect, yes. And that is going to bring us to Sela's turn.
That's gonna bring us to the end of the episode next time.
Alright, listen. There's like a limited number of things that I can do that won't hurt every single person in this room right now. And I can't get to him, so I'm gonna be that super annoying person and conjure some stuff, because that's literally all I have right now.
We're
Action
working with what we got.
economy!
I literally cannot get to him, even in a wild shape. So I want to do conjure animals. Do you want me to just tell you the CR and you pick something, or should I pick something? Because
What do you want to summon?
I want to summon 2 brown bears to just start beating the shit out of him.
Okay.
That bear.
Because I can get well.
Sidebar: if I see Walter creating skeletons and Sela starting to do this, and I assume that they're going towards the thing, I don't want to hurt the things that my friends are creating to help us fight, so I'm gonna drop Moonbeam.
Okay.
Because I'm just
Wait, no, yeah, you did have Moonbeam. Never mind. No, I'm not gonna do
No,
that.
I was gonna drop it, like at between my turns anyway.
If
like,
a bunch of
there's-
skeletons got up out of a corpse pile, would a paladin really drop Moonbeam? Just
Considering
putting
she's
that
been
out
told-
there.
Considering she's been told that healing is necromancy at this point, and she's just over this creature laughing, she's gonna
Yeah,
let anything
okay.
fly right now.
Rowan's not like the other paladins. She's different.
Rowan's just over all of this crap and wants to get out of here.
Different.
So
Unless
yeah,
they're attacking her friends, she's fine with them right now.
I
Brown
just
bears, let's go.
yeah, I want to summon 2 brown bears because they're CR1, so I can get 2 of them.
Okay.
And the range is 60 feet, so I can summon them right on top of
Oh
him.
yeah, you can.
And I want them to kill the shit out of him. So,
Make attack rolls.
it says that I technically am supposed to roll initiative for them.
Just use them
But-
on yours. Yeah.
Just
I'm
do
not
them
gonna
on.
mess with it.
Okay. Yeah, so they get multi-attack. Brown bears can do a bite and a claw each. So
Do it.
the first bite, a natural 20. The
Oh!
second bite is
bears.
19 to hit. The first claw is a 21 to hit. And the second claw is a 19 to hit. So I'm not rolling damage, I'm just gonna give you the number because it literally has the average, and there's just a lot of animals right now. So that is It's 2d6 plus 4 on the claws and 1d8 plus 4 on the bite. So I'm assuming all of that hit.
Everything
So
hits.
for the claws is 22 damage. One of the bites is 8 damage, and then the other one, I will have to roll for because it was a crit. And the modifier. So 22. So that's 30. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 slashing damage, but piercing damage from my bears.
Those bears attacks considered magical. Good stuff.
They're fey, so I think they might
yes.
be. Let me
Okay.
check.
We'll call it magical. I'm not gonna dig around with
Yeah, I don't know.
resistances at this point in the evening.
They're just considered fey.
Okay. These bears appear and they just lash into this thing, and the creature goes like, "I can barely contain my
They're in
excitement."
circus costumes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm moving towards him, and that is my turn.
Here's what he's gonna do.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna wild shape into a direwolf. Nope, I'm wild shaping into a bear. I'm also a bear.
Okay.
And then I'm running 40 feet towards him.
Alrighty.
So there's 3 bears in here.
Oh yeah.
There's
that's
bears.
true.
Bear Force 1.
There's
Oh
skeletons.
my God.
There's moonbeams. There's
Sela, that was probably my favorite thing I've ever seen you do, aside
Skeleton
from going
Team
giant.
5, Bear Force 3
Brilliant.
from Navarone.
so there's bears. There's arrows sticking out of this thing. He's been like just repeatedly like Osrius is like steadily working his way through like cleaving through this thing's torso. He's like
Nice.
3/4 the way through the torso with his axe. There's skeletons shambling in. There's moonbeams. There's whatever the hell Alar did. Booming blades. And this thing goes. This thing turns and he looks and it goes. You know. What might be the cruelest joke of all is that after all of this, if it didn't mean anything, and he is going to go. And he's gonna cast Fireball on himself and everybody who's standing around him.
My bears.
Your
No.
bears,
My bears.
Osrius,
Actually,
and Alar.
My beardrin.
Oh, the bears!
what's the
I have-
radius on that?
I have
The
fire
radius-
resistance.
The radius is going to get, I believe,
Because I'm 20 feet away.
everybody but
Walter's all the way
Nimue,
at the edge.
maybe? And Walter. Walter's
Walter's all the way
definitely
at the
safe.
edge.
Everybody else, I think, moved up, right?
How
Mhm.
fast are these skeletons?
Hmm.
They only have a 30-foot speed. I don't know.
They
how far
dashed,
managed to
though.
get. They did dash.
So they're in range. So everybody except for Walter and Nimue, because Nimue was at like longbow distance, right?
Yeah, I used my arrow.
So Nimue and Walter, you guys are cool. Everybody else make a dexterity saving throw as a
Oh
fireball.
no,
is
bears
gonna
are
go
not
off.
dexterous, you guys.
21.
Okay.
So
30,
if I
20.
make it, I evade.
Who's the closest one to me? Would it be Sela
Rowan,
or
maybe?
Rowan?
Or Sela?
Rowan?
Yeah.
Is Rowan in this distance, and does everybody get a +3 to their rolls?
How close you gotta be to Rowan?
I'm checking. Hold on, please.
Is
I
any?
think it's like 10 feet
I
usually
think,
for
yeah,
those auras.
10 feet, yeah.
Probably.
Uh,
Probably no one.
Nimue, save Gregory.
Yeah, save Gregory.
Yeah.
That's really fine.
I got 19 X save. I rolled well.
Okay. I'll just tell you guys the DC is 17.
Cool, so me and my bears all failed.
Oh no!
Safety.
It might not matter because they don't have a lot of HP. That one failed.
No, you're out of
So
range. You're fine.
No, I have I have 5
Oh.
skeletons that are in transit, and 3 of them succeeded.
Okay.
2 of them failed.
Okay.
How'd Gregory do? Did
He
Gregory
failed.
go? Oh,
He failed.
how close
Did he
is
get out of the
going?
pile? I thought he was still in the pile.
No, he got
No,
up
he-
and sprinted
he
towards
charged
the
in.
He was starting to walk towards it.
Well, he has Death Ward, hopefully, still.
How
so-
close is he to Nimue?
What's Nimue trying to do?
I'm trying to do a protective field within 30 feet.
Well, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay. I just reduce damage. That's all I do.
Okay. So, anybody who failed, you take 46 points of fire damage.
My bears are gone, and I'm not a bear anymore.
Oh yeah. So even it doesn't matter.
It
You
doesn't
said
matter.
46.
All of the skeletons are gone.
If you succeeded, you take 23.
Just
Osrius,
double.
did you succeed?
Yes, and I have resistance.
So
it's-
you actually take 11.
Woo!
You only take 11 fire damage.
I evade.
So Gregory failed, so he would take the full 46. How much do you reduce by?
9.
He still has Death Ward.
He does still have Death Ward.
That's good.
Unless he
because
anti-magicked it because
Death Ward is if you drop to 0, you instead drop to 1.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, well that's good because he was very much toast. Your Death Ward, the reduction brings him the reduction of the damage brings him to the point where he didn't get instant like fricaseed.
Right.
And then the Death Ward keeps him from dropping to 0. So he survives thanks to the combined efforts of Nimue and Walter.
As the Death Ward like breaks and that has its purpose, like some like spectral black feathers just psh,
Okay.
just a little flavor.
The creature, which had 15 hit points left, blew itself up,
Wow.
is like straight up incinerated. Around you guys, the chamber begins to crumble. Like these massive cracks appear in the floor and the walls and the ceiling, and big pieces of stone and marble and just like dust and things begin to fall around you. You feel the sort of like shaking in your feet, and as the sort of like debris comes down and the clouds fill your vision, everything clears and you are standing inside of the big top. You are kind of splayed around what you guys would gather is the like demolished remains of that wagon, which kind of looks like a giant just took its hand and just smashed it from the top as it's like splayed in every direction. Also in this chamber are the missing members of the Grimaldi Circus. Ringmaster Bolo, who you can tell is probably the ringmaster because she is wearing a like ringmaster's outfit, red coat and a big hat. Golo, Zola, and Hugo are all kind of like here. They look very dazed. They look like they have lost an unhealthy amount of weight. They look like they've been being like starved essentially. Their skin is sort of like waxy and pale and unhealthy looking, but they are all clearly alive. They kind of get to their feet. You see that Kaza is still there. She like sees you guys appear and immediately like runs out of the tent, and you hear her like calling for the other members of the circus to like come quickly and bring help. And you guys have defeated the entity that was inside of this wagon.
Checking on my boy Oz.
I'm a
How you
little
doing?
hurt. I'm a little hurt, but I'm okay. I got this thing.
Everybody's
Oh, Oz.
What?
Oh, am I glad that you decided to rejoin us? Shit,
I go
Gregory.
over to Gregory and I looked. Is he awake?
Yeah,
Like, oh, hit point.
he's like a little singed, but he's like,
Is he like laying on the ground?
yeah. I mean, like you all were.
I get
As
up
you guys
and
get up, he's like kind of getting up as well.
I go over and I grab him by his shirt, but I'm still technically touching him, and I'm going to dump all of my lay on hands into him.
Okay, you sort of heal
And then
him.
I'm-
He
Then
uncinches a
I'm
little
going
bit.
to smack him across the face.
Okay, roll the hit.
Thank you for not doing that first because I would have
Yeah.
killed him.
Yeah, he just
Exactly.
listen
There's
then
a
kill the
special
shit
order
out of
of
him. Then beat the shit out of him.
And then that's a 15 to hit.
So with a 15, he definitely goes like,
Yeah. it's
You
fine.
kind of get him, like you get him, but you don't really get him. He's like, fair.
I'll hit you better
Damn, am I
tomorrow.
glad I didn't have to tell Eldon something terrible happened to you. Alar's just gonna sit down.
I hate all of you, and I walk out of the big top.
I don't think I like this city, and I
Nope.
already hated it.
The Gregory, like as Rowan leaves, Gregory's like, not to play armchair sort of psychologist, but I do believe that she's got some sort of unresolved things about protecting people that she maybe needs to work out. He goes, but all the same, I owe my life to a group of people for a second time. And he kind of turns to you
Walter
guys.
like waves his hand. It's like,
Yeah,
He
Alar
turns to the
waves it
group of
off
you
too.
guys, and he goes like, he's like, and I imagine we've got quite a bit of catching up to do on what's happened since we last saw each other.
midnight drinks.
Midnight drinks.
Gregory,
Yes.
maybe next time, keep your thoughts to yourself. It's none of your business what Rowan's going through. She just helped save your ass. And
Yes.
literally, her worst fear just happened in front of her if you didn't have that death ward. Maybe she was right? I'll follow Rowan.
Okay. He
Turn to
kind of
Gregor,
like,
is it always this aggressive over there?
Yeah.
he kind of turns and goes like, oh, it is.
Oh boy. Drinks are on me, my dude.
Well, when you are not such a weak little bitch that we have to save your life multiple times, you can come back on the ship, and I will follow them out. Since that's the vibe, I'm just.
The three of them leave, and he kind of turns to you, and he turns to like the three of you, and he goes, well, there is probably a conversation with that group to be had about respecting the autonomy and the decisions of other people, which they
I'd
do
say
not
so.
seem
Jesus.
which they do not seem capable of respecting. But not my problem.
No, our problem is finding the air spar.
Before you guys all depart, the members of the Grimaldi Circus have things to give you as thanks for your intervention on their behalf. I will let you guys decide how these things are going to be distributed because you are obviously two separate adventuring parties. The things that they give you are as follows. One, an item called a Fire Eater's Circlet. It is an item that is essentially like a tiara that you wear. Whenever you take fire damage, the circle essentially like absorbs some of that damage and builds up charges. You can then use those charges to give off light like a torch, or you can use them to exhale a cone of fire like a breath weapon. The second thing they give you is a thing called a bearded scarf. It is a scarf, is a woven scarf that you wear around your neck, and when you like wrap it around your neck, you can use it to give you. It will attach to your face and chin and give you the appearance that you have grown a beard. I believe in change colors to match the natural color of your hair. While wearing the scarf, you can manipulate your new beard as if it were an extra limb. You gain no additional actions or attacks from using the beard, but you can use it to make unarmed strikes. And then the last thing that they give you is a thing called a Carnival Barker's Megaphone, which is an item that is enchanted such that when you utilize it, you can essentially like make calls through it and enchant individuals within 100 feet to be compelled to like come gather around and listen to like the pitch that you are making about like, you know, ostensibly about like a show or whatever else. There are more specifics to each of these three items. I will give them to you, you know, later when you decide who's taking them and things like that. But that is the things that they have to give you.
preference?
Talk about you guys can talk about that
We'll
amongst
talk about it.
yourselves.
Talk about it later. I made
With
notes.
that is sort of the conclusion of this. You guys have rescued the Grimaldi Circus.
No question.
One question. Does Oz still have his thing that he got from the dude?
Yes, he does.
Ooh.
Ozrius, you have a thing.
But that's why I didn't take any of the evidence, because this one is mine.
You have a thing. You have a thing, which I will tell you this and only this. It is called the Splendiferous Bauble.
The Splendiferous Bauble.
Ozrius, you have obtained a thing called the Splendiferous Bauble.
Yes.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session. So, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for being a part of this last minute thing that we did tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed themselves. We went along, so I will not drag out the end of the session here tonight before I release you all back into the wilds. We will see you next week for Pirates, and so on after that. Fools, Pirates, until the end of the universe. Thank y'all, and we will see you. What do I say?
No,
It's not
no,
Pirates
you
Week.
don't say
No.
no. Don't
No.
give. Nope, you can't
You
say
can
it
say
tonight.
you can say next. You just can't say the last part.
And we will see you sometime. Who knows what
Bye-bye.
time. Bye.